Here we are. Saturday night. It's foggy and cold where I am, and the moon rises over Midway Tabletop and Shadow Stories. I'm your executive producer for Midway Tabletop, Marty Kaplan. I'll be playing tonight along with many other unfortunate souls who are facing a Call Cthulhu adventure called Oh, the Unspeakable Things. Part 2, as we open, I believe we have an interesting view over a wrecked ship and a strange island with someone calling for help who's been pulled into the jungle. Matt, take it away.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Yes, as we left off last time, we were looking at the cliff sides with the characters silhouetted against the dark trees in the background in this eerie, dim blue sort of nightly glow, created by a moon that is much too large and a little too close. Mr. Our Private Taylor had just spotted someone hobbling off into the jungle below, who beckoned him to follow, and mouthed the words to him, "Help me, help me." So we come back to the characters standing on the cliffside as they are wrestling Dr. Lion back from the edge as he was about to descend down the perilous cliff, somehow believing that he could scale this 200-foot sheer drop. And Nurse Minnie and Mr. Potts, I believe, were pulling him back away from the edge.
Well, I just want to get to the ship. It's plainly there. We can get it off the beach somehow and get back to our mission.
Oh yeah, sure, Major. There. But why? We could go around and down a more safer way. That's a great idea. I think it's great. Right? Don't you, Nurse? I think that's a good idea. Let's just we could just go over here, sure, and maybe clamber on down on a safer way down there.
Yes, Major. Why don't we gather some supplies and then we can make our way down the cliff.
All right.
Safety
forth, I would say.
Look, everybody, look. Do you see Richie? He's going into the jungle. They need help. Richie's down there.
Yeah, the storekeeper, right? Richie?
Right, Richmond. Richie Richmond.
James Richardson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, James.
Archie always calls him Richie. It's an alliteration thing. Hey.
We should go down there. They need our help.
Again, same deal, right? We gotta go find a nice, easier way down that doesn't involve plummeting to our deaths, don't you think?
Mr. Potts, if you would be so kind, let us gather some supplies, including some ropes.
Aye, Captain.
That strategy, yes. I don't know what came over me. Do you mind? Who are you and you and you and you? Your names have slipped my mind. I'm Major Thomas Lyon. Yes, I'm a medical doctor. Yes, I was on.
Doc, it's me. It's Archie.
Boy,
you remember me, Doc Lyon?
Yes, of course. And you three, you others.
Captain Sylvester.
Captain, of course. Yes,
of the Landrovy Castle.
We were dining earlier.
Recall, yes.
And you two?
Oh, I'm Edgar. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Captain, I'm gonna go get those supplies, like you said. Yeah. All right.
Let me give you a hand.
You're a nurse by your uniform, I see.
Nurses Minnie and Jean, and we're gonna go help get supplies too.
Yes. Good to meet you.
So I'm gonna head back to the fire, Matt, and gather up some rope, and I'm gonna follow Nurse Minnie's example and start stowing rations and lighter and the flare gun in my clothes, in the hopes that I'll have them with me if I end up somewhere else.
Nurse, do you have my bag?
Okay, somewhere else.
Might be back at that camp.
Yes, Major. Perhaps your bag is over here, near the supplies.
I can't recall where I placed it. I'll go look. He toddles off.
Okay. And Private Pilot comes with you as well.
Okay, we'll make sure we all stay together. So
What was your name,
Major
son?
doesn't wander away.
Pilot, Doctor.
Oh, like the light. Little joke.
Yes. So how are you enjoying Ireland?
Yeah, Ireland? Is that where we
Ireland.
are? I thought we were
Yes.
friends.
Yes. No. We were when the ship was torpedoed. We were just off the coast of Ireland.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Well, honestly,
So
I don't remember. So if this is Ireland, I'm happy to. I mean, well, does that mean there's some fine Irish whiskey somewhere? Perhaps we could. Oh wait, I have something right
somewhere.
here.
No. That,
Oh, look at that! Yes.
Well,
this is the cure for what ails you. Is that what your people say?
Wait.
Sure. Yeah, he'll have a tipple if you offer.
There you go.
All right. Okay, so you gather up supplies at the splintered lifeboat. There's more there than you can carry. It's a lifeboat, so it doesn't come with a backpack or anything like that, to stow everything in. But you have whatever pockets you have and whatever you can kind of rig together to carry supplies. I mean, there's some things that are easy and convenient. There are some medical kits, and they have little handles, and they're like first aid kits that make them easy to carry.
Okay. There was a sail
but
we
they're
were
pretty
making a
bulky.
tent out of, so we can.
Yes.
And blankets, you
that.
said.
Yes.
Yep.
So we'll make sacks out of those, just makeshift sacks to carry more food. Really, I want to try and get all the food if we can.
I'll
Okay.
put together a medical bag for any surgeries we might need to do later. And if I do find my medical bag, that would be ideal. But I don't think I had it upon me.
No. Yeah, you don't see it. Yeah, you're able to put together a good kit, though.
Well done.
Once I get some food, fire, and water, as well as wrapping some rope around my chest, I'll go and see if I can't find a way that's safe for people who may not be of their right mind. There.
I think.
Okay.
Also, I noticed that my the clip in the magazine in my pistol, my .45 pistol, is empty for some reason. That seems. I don't think I would have. That doesn't make. Anyway, I'm going to reload that. If there is any ammunition available.
Okay. Yes. So I mean, you have an extra clip, so you can pop that in.
Excellent.
Is there any bodies? Have we seen any bodies of water besides the ocean close by, like drinkable water?
No, just that.
Nothing. Okay.
Is there an easier path that doesn't require more climbing into the jungle? To where
Say again. Is there an easier path?
is there an easier path into the jungle where our crewmates were headed?
I mean, when from where you looked down, you didn't see a path really. It was just the edge of the jungle, and and you could see people walking into it. When you turn and look at the forest behind you, you can see what looks. I mean, it's not a path specifically, but there is an area through the trees that's pretty easy to walk through, where the trees are far apart, and it's easy going, and you're in looking at the along the cliff edge, right? The cliff like gradually gets lower and lower and lower, close to where it meets the jungle and the beach. So like if you kind of parallel the cliff for long enough, you'll eventually, come to that point.
I say, do we need light? We have torches, yes?
Yes, we do.
Excellent. And perhaps, well, let me see here. I'm going to see if I can locate a piece of wood that is vaguely shaped like a cricket bat.
We should hurry up. We'll lose them. We're gonna
There are a
lose
couple
them.
of big.
Hurry up.
There are a couple of big oars.
Oh, there we go. Capital. Oh, this is good. Yes. Ah.
All right. So you gather all of those supplies up, and you make your way along, parallel to the cliff, about 20 or 30 yards away from the cliff. And as you move along, the canopy becomes thicker and thicker, and the trees press in a little bit closer. And it starts to feel a little more enclosed and a little darker, as what little moonlight there is filtering through the trees is less here. Still, the walking is fairly easy. The ground is just this low grass, and there's plenty of space in between the different tree trunks to walk. So you walk for kind of downhill for a good 20-25 minutes, and you begin to notice that the trees around you are changing. They're heavier. There's little bits of moss growing off of them, vines hanging down from some of them. The ground that you're walking across has for the first time vegetation on it. There's vines growing across there, and there's like a little bit of crunch as you walk along, and it gets the humidity begins to rise as you get about halfway down the length of the cliff.
How about the
At least
illumination?
It's pretty dim in here.
Hey, pots and pans. How many people did you see coming up the shore?
I remember there being what was it like? There was 6, and then there was the storekeeper James. Richardson. Yeah. There was that guy, and there were 6 more that were ahead of him. He was limping though. It didn't look good.
Yeah. No. Did you see any of them in lifeboats?
No, didn't see no more lifeboats there. Sorry, I sorry about that, Archie. I'm a little shook up. I look around. Is the major and the captain far enough away that they're out of earshot?
It can be, sure.
All right, yeah. So, hey, look, I'm a little concerned about the major there. I don't think he's got all the screws there.
No.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's not good.
No, we should not follow his orders. That's what he would want us to do. We should just take care of him until he feels better.
Oh, are you sure there? I hear they hang people for that.
Yeah, but he won't remember, I think. I think he's got a concussion.
Captain Sylvester,
I think
it appears that the ship has wrecked. Did you know this? I'm looking
Yes.
out over there, and there's only the front part of the ship.
Yes, Major. We had an accident. Yes.
Wow.
But perhaps you maybe took a blow to the head during the incident.
I've already made a self-examination, and I must say that I'm not injured in the least. But perhaps the stress of this
Yes, perhaps it is that.
has clouded. Because at first I saw the ship as a whole thing, but now I see that it is only a piece of our beloved ship. I'm very... And so we're here stranded on this desert island, eh?
All will be well if we stay together, Major.
Oh, well, I'm sure. We're all very able-bodied, and we've got the best medical staff on any desert island, I'd venture to guess, eh?
Indeed.
All right, well, I hopefully I'll feel a little better as we walk. Exercise, it's good for the lungs, eh?
Yes,
Keep
perhaps
going along with what he says.
some fresh air will do wonders for you, Major.
Yes, exactly. That is exactly what. Yes.
I think we should keep going along with what he says. At least acting along. Unless he gets really screwy, then maybe we have to shoot him.
Okay, you army guys are a little on the high-strung level, all right? Hey, I'm just going to say maybe we go over to the ship first, because that's what he said he wanted to do first, was go to the ship and check it out. Unless you think that Richie's in a lot of trouble.
What are we going to find on the ship?
All kinds of stuff, maybe. But that, honestly, it's just what he said he wanted to do. I'm not partial to either one,
Do you think he's thinking clearly, eh?
No, like, you know what? Let's clarify, right? So I'll turn around and look at the captain. Hey there, Captain. You want to go to the ship or after old James Richardson?
Well, Mr. Potts, I think we're adequately supplied right now, so perhaps we could try to gather with the others to be able to get a report. My guess is they probably grabbed supplies before they left. Yes?
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Captain. Aye. And I'll go ahead and make for the jungle. The bog, the Irish forest.
Yeah, Irish bog, yeah.
Great.
All right. Well, it doesn't take long for you to get into what is very jungle-like. The going gets a little bit slower and a little more difficult. It's humid. It gets hotter. It really has that that deep jungle feeling.
Far be it from me, but I have some reservations about going any further this way. We had better ground before. Maybe we should shoot up a flare or yell really loud and see if we can get them to come back to us. Because this doesn't seem very friendly,
What if it's Germany?
Yes, that is a good point, Nurse. Mr. Taylor is making a good point in that we're out in the open right now, and if there are enemies about, either at sea or on the land, then we are prime targets, and we should probably get to cover.
That's right, we were attacked by the Hun, a submarine. Yes, I remember now.
Two
submarines. I didn't. Well, perhaps something came at us, and then
at that
we were in a
moment,
water
Private
spout.
Pilot goes.
Mr. Pilot, what is it?
Do you hear that?
Listen.
Yes, everyone make a listen roll.
Is 100 good or bad?
I made a hard success.
Success. Okay.
All of my dice have zeros. Is that good or bad?
It's high.
You got
You're
as
playing
high as you
Invisible
could
Sun.
go.
Yep.
Yeah, Icarus-like.
Yes. It's all downhill from here.
I feel like I'm winning in Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, yeah.
Winning.
All right.
12, so I succeeded with a...
Okay. All right. All right. And Nurse Minnie does not catch anything. Oh, yes. And, neither does Jean. So, Captain and Dr. Lyon, So you hear the distinct sounds of people running, heavy footsteps of people running. Ahead, quite a ways ahead of you, deeper into the jungle.
Away or towards?
Ahead of you, but to your right, away from the ocean.
Away from the ocean. Okay, look to the ocean. Do we see anything amiss?
Well, you can't see the ocean now anymore. You're in the
I see.
jungle, and it's you have all of this overgrowth and very little light.
Okay, just stay still for a moment and see if we can hear anything else besides that. Like what might be prompting them to run.
Okay. After a few moments, you hear the sound of somebody like yelling out in pain. Ah!
Same area?
A little further to your right, but yes. I mean, as if a group of people is running off in that direction.
Well, perhaps we should proceed with caution.
Okay. And Private Pilot says, you do hear that, right?
Yes, pilot.
What do we do, Captain?
I think he said proceed with caution.
Okay.
What's
Major,
going on?
Mr. Taylor, you have firearms?
What's happening?
It sounds like there are several of our...
Didn't you hear somebody scream?
No, I was humming.
Hey, Matt.
They're running. The other people are running.
Somebody's in
Yes.
trouble.
Oh,
I'm gonna go ahead and proceed with caution.
Okay.
Someone is hurt. We should help them.
Yes, let's move ahead. Mr. Taylor, this way.
Other
Major?
than their footsteps, are they making any noises, any shouts, any cries?
Yeah, I mean, there was that single cry of pain a little while ago. But other than that, no.
I see the Major. Ah, yes, we've had a gift from our friend Marcus Flores to the Major. I have a re-roll that I can use if I like. Well done.
Huzzah.
So yes, sorry. The move back to the adventure, of course. Captain, what shall we do? We should be cautious, but of course we must help if we can. If there are
I
people.
think we should... Yes, I think we should render aid. But, of course, proceed cautiously. So I start moving
come on
forward.
then.
Okay.
What are we waiting for?
All right.
So are we actually wading through water
No.
at
No.
all? Okay.
No. I mean, it's heavy plants. There are vines hanging down. There's vines on the ground. But yeah, it's not water. It's not bog. It's jungly. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm looking for something up ahead or any sign that somebody came through this way.
Okay.
Yeah. Going in the direction when
Make
we're
it either a tracking roll. Make a tracking roll if you. Well, everyone has 10%, but yes, make a tracking roll, Mr. Potts. Anyone else can as well.
That's a no. Not seeing nothing, but I'm gonna keep going ahead cautiously, as I've been told to do.
Yeah, I'm going to go in the direction where the sounds emanated from.
Okay.
Is there a trail?
Not a trail precisely, but much as you had in the forest, you have an area where the trees aren't as thick, where it's easier to move through.
Very good.
But there's not a beaten trail where like clearly animals have gone or people have gone and and mashed down the vegetation. But there's an easy passage.
Now you said that there were plants here. Is there
Yes.
animals now? Is there birds and stuff?
And not a sound.
No,
nothing.
none of those, huh? Still
Nothing like
kinda-
that moves. No. Still a light breeze.
Hey, pots and pans. Think I'll get a medal for shooting the Kaiser?
Yeah, that'd be medal worthy if you made. Yeah, that's what that would do. All right. Okay. Let's be quiet as we go forward cautiously, all right?
All right. If everyone is attempting to move cautiously, make a stealth roll, please.
Oh boy.
Well, Jean is a ghost. Doesn't make a sound.
78. Not
29
wrong,
out of
I'm afraid.
20.
Yes. Private Pilot also crunches along, making a great deal of noise.
Archie is
Yeah,
starting to
I'm
feel
a fan.
comfortable.
All right. So some mixed results as a group, not so quiet. Crunch, 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 making a fair amount of noise as you move along.
My bad. Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm afraid I've stepped on a stick.
Yeah. Ooh! Almost turned my ankle on that.
Oh,
Blast.
sorry about that, nurse. That was your fault.
Yeah, that wasn't Jean. Jean is silent. Jean looks like she may have some experience hunting. Like she goes into a crouch and she's kind of moving through the jungle like she knows what she's doing.
Whoa. Jungle Gene.
Jungle Jean.
Have you tried being quiet back there, right?
Pilot's like, I am being quiet.
Sorry, very sorry. Oh,
Being quiet. I can't whisper over him.
I'm gonna go ahead and mark our trail as we're going.
All right. So you step over to a tree to make a mark on it, to mark the trail. And when you step over there, you're right on the edge of the path, or the easy way to go through here. And you see something ahead and to the right a little bit. You see something twitch on the ground.
I'll go ahead and I'll say, it looks like I saw something, and then I'll go forward towards it.
Okay. All right. Anyone going with Mr. Potts?
I follow behind them. Careful, Mr. Potts.
I'll stay with the ladies, but heft my oar.
Okay. All right. So you you step over a couple of logs, and you're really now in the jungle proper, right? Now the going gets hard, right? There are a lot of these vines. You have to pick your feet way up to get over them, and you're moving some branches and some moss aside, and at one point you kind of part this curtain of vines, and you see a person sprawled out face down on the ground, crawling ever so slowly forward.
Oh, looks like you're in trouble there. So I'll reach under his armpits and pick him up.
Okay. Make a sanity roll.
Sure, yeah, I'm good at those. Oh, that's a 74, and I don't think my sanity is above that. No, it's a 60. So that's not gonna work there, Mr.
All right. Lose 1 point.
Oh, huh. Okay.
So this person is someone that you know. This is James Nicholson.
That's a different person.
It is
Richardson.
No, this is James Nicholson.
James Nicholson. He is one of the 2 quartermasters on board. And what causes your fright is that there are black tendrils underneath his skin, pushing up from his neck and starting to move up his face.
Okay, I'm a fireman, carry him all the way right back to the major there and the nurses.
Oh, okay. So you pick him up and fireman carry and turn him around. Captain,
Mr.
were you following along? Were you following behind? Or?
Yes, I
Yes.
was right behind him.
Mr.
Okay.
Keeper, there, I am gonna keep that black stuff away from my shoulder there and not touch it, just so you know.
Okay. So are you throwing him over your shoulder style, or?
What the blazes is that?
I got his shoulders here and the leg here, and I got him over my back like that.
Got it. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
well, we've had a...
Just like a side of beef there.
Right. Oh, okay. Now that you say that, I get it.
Seeing an injured man come forward, Marcus Flores has tipped $10, making the major gulp down some alcohol in preparation for treating this patient.
Of course.
Cheers and thank you. Oh, yes. Huzzah the tip.
All right.
Help!
So, Mr. Potts, you bring him into where the group is and lay him down.
He's got
What
a
the
little
blazes is that on his face?
I don't know. It's got a thing on his.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna. You
Yeah,
got
everyone make a sanity roll when Mr. Potts delivers this visage of horror at
Like
your
the
feet.
cat brought in a torn up bird. Oh boy.
Oh, what is, no, that's not right. That's wrong. That's
I'm a
what's wrong
rat.
here, Potts? Potts, that's not right, Potts. What,
with
did
a
you touch that?
22.
No.
It's a quartermaster there. It's
Yeah,
a
back up.
quartermaster.
Give the man some air. I've seen this infection before. It's just something from the Congo, I venture, I guess. There's so many unknown diseases that rapid onset. It's nothing to worry about. Just keep your distance and we'll help this man.
Jean lets out a and then quickly collects herself.
Gladly. I'll stand over here,
palpate
Major
the area.
Nurse.
Yeah. Private Pilot just says, "I'm in Ireland. I'm in Ireland. I'm in Ireland. I'm in Ireland." That's all he
Good
says.
as happy place.
Yeah. Ireland.
Doc, do you think we're in the French Congo?
All right. Anyone else not
Perhaps.
make their? Nurse Minnie. Okay. That is 4 points of sanity loss.
Nurse?
Anyone else? And Archie. All right, Archie. 3 for you, sir. 3 for you.
I'll roll my medicine to diagnose this poor bastard.
Okay.
23. That is a hard success for me.
Okay, 23. He seems to be suffering from some sort of side effects from the enormous stabbing wound in his back.
Oh, this man has been stabbed. Look, we'll address this wound. Come here. But there's some sort of. What about the other symptoms? So there was some kind of.
Yeah, they're
tentacles?
black like tendrils, like moving underneath his skin.
Like his veins are
on his
pulsating?
Yeah, but
Or more like a parasite under the skin?
boy, in this light, it's hard to tell.
Get my torch in his face.
Okay. Yes, it looks like black ooze is coming up through all of the veins of his face, and you see it on his hands as well.
This man's been poisoned. I examine the wound for this black substance.
Okay. Oh, it's the area around the wound is completely black. In fact, when you tear it open, his entire torso is completely black.
Oh, and I imagine his pulse is in a
Good
rather
Lord.
arrhythmic state.
Yes. Yeah. And his breathing is shallow.
This man's done for, I'm afraid. Give me a syringe of
Morphine?
heroin. No one else.
Jean looks
nurse.
around
We have
really
that,
quick
sir.
and opens the case and gets it ready.
Might have an ampoule. I put it right in his neck. There's nothing we can do for this bastard except ease his passage out of this mortal coil. Right into his
I'm a
neck.
little horrified by that.
And he passes away. You are all, people who have seen many people die, but none in this sort of situation, none in this condition. Everyone make a sanity roll as Mr. Nicholson passes away before your eyes.
68's not going to do.
28.
Just
Mr.
like in
Potts,
the
if you
butcher
could
shop.
say a few words, perhaps.
Hey,
Okay. Archie, you're down. Ooh, you're down 4 more.
I also failed the save.
Okay. 3 for you. How did Minnie do this time around?
Pass.
Okay.
Quartermaster Nicholson was a good fella, Lord. He always provided everything that the ship needed and really cared for his work. Quartermaster Nicholson was a tribute to his uniform, and it's with great sorrow that we have him, that he passes unto you. Take him now, Lord. Okay,
What could have made a wound like this?
Amen.
Amen.
Mr. Potts.
Wonder.
Amen.
Potts.
Nurse Minnie,
maybe-
you're in.
He might have fallen on a branch. We all fell, landed here.
I suppose, but this toxin around the wound, or venom, perhaps.
I think I look towards Archie. I don't know if anybody else looks towards Archie at the same time.
Oh,
What? What'd I
that's
do?
correct,
What'd I
yeah.
do?
Mr. Taylor,
Oh.
perhaps you should submit yourself for an examination.
Potts here. Potts too. He touched the poor fellow. We should check out Potts as well.
Right?
Well, I'm worried about your wound, so you just let me check it. I need to redress
Oh.
it anyway.
Yes,
I
let's
see.
take a little break and see about that. I'm sure it's paining you.
I understand you just want to get me out of my trousers.
Very funny, Mr. Potts. A little levity, always good here. And the nursing staff is. You're good sports. I know you enjoy it.
I'll check out his wound.
Who asked the question? What could make such a wound? Who asked that
I
question?
did.
That was the major.
Okay. Dr. Lyon, the answer to your question appears in the form of a spear that comes arcing through the group of you and embeds into a tree. It comes from your right, and it hits into the tree. And when it hits, from your right, you hear several voices in the jungle.
What? There's savages here.
I'm gonna jump on the closest nurse here.
Okay.
I crouch
Find
down.
cover, everyone. Draw my pistol and do so.
Okay. That would be Jean, who's closest to you. Okay.
Jump on Gene.
Try and
Try
make
and
out where
drag-
the enemy is.
Get us out of the open there.
Okay. All right. I will find that die later. When you leap on Jean, she takes your motion and turns it and flings you off.
Whoa.
Gonna go that way then.
Yeah. Make a dex roll.
Judo Gene.
That's a no.
Okay. You were not expecting that, and your feet get tangled up in some of the vines, and you tumble to the ground, and get all and come up against the base of a tree. There's a spear sticking out of it.
I'll grab that then.
Okay.
All right, you savages. I won't have any more damage to my crew or the crew of Captain Sylvester.
That's when 2 more spears come arcing in. All right. Let's see. Private Taylor, please give us a dodge roll. Yes.
Okay, that doesn't look good.
08, is that what you said?
No, I said that doesn't look good.
Oh, that doesn't
Oh.
look good. Oh.
08 is good. That,
No, that's not good at all. That's really bad.
I believe
It's not
everyone
really
has. I believe everyone has one reroll held over from last night.
oh, mine's gone.
Okay, yours is
Captain
gone.
used
Oh no.
And Mr. Potts had 2, but used one of them, so he still has 1.
Yes, and I think I have 2 now, since I had 1 from last night and 1.
Ah, yes, right.
Recently.
Archie was mistaken. He's actually quite good at dodging. Also, because he's a bit of a cat and a bounder, and he hits the dirt.
Okay.
Slippery eel, eh?
All right, so it does you dodge out of the way of that, and there are, easily, there's a cacophony of these, tittering, giggling coming from the jungle, multitude of voices.
Show yourself.
I think we should retreat. Follow the others.
We're definitely outnumbered here.
I will hold the line. Gosh. Like the flash of the muzzle must just light up the jungle as I just fire blindly into the tittering horde.
Okay. Make a spot hidden, Dr. Lion. Is everyone else dashing off then?
Archie is going to try and grab the dock as soon as his pistol is empty. He's going to try and grab the dock and get him down.
All right. I succeeded in my spot
down.
hidden, which is always a good thing to do in the Call of Cthulhu game.
It is. Yes. Now make a sanity roll, please.
Oh.
Maybe you should know. I don't want to know.
Those are well paired.
Yes.
I have my doubts about spot hidden. Sometimes you don't
Sanity
want to see it.
roll.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
I have a 95 for the sanity
Okay.
roll.
Okay. I suspect that doesn't make it.
No, I'm afraid not.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to use one of my rerolls and see if I can.
There you
As
go.
much as it's very fun to miss sanity rolls. There we are. Ought 4. That makes
Ooh, you're right.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
with authority. So yes, I perceive something, and then
Okay. You see in the woods half a dozen pygmies. Very strange pygmies, though. Their mouths, they're smiling. The tittering is coming from their mouths they're just a little too wide, and their teeth are just a little too sharp, and they're small horns growing up and out
horns.
of the tops of their heads.
We've got little devilkin back there. What the?
Do you see, Major?
Run! They're small but deadly.
Okay.
I'm going to try and grab the Major at this point and drag him to the ground.
Okay. You want to pull him to the ground?
Not run him away. Pull him away.
That's what the man said.
Okay. Major, are you resisting this at all?
No. I'm shocked by the sight, and taking cover seems like a good idea. So,
Okay.
yes, if we're pulled to the ground, if we could find cover behind a tree trunk, that's probably wise.
Okay. All right. The two of you huddle down amongst the trees. Is everyone else dashing off?
Did you
I-
see them, Taylor? They
I
had
certainly know
horns
that
growing out of
Gene
the
and
top of
Private
their
Pilot
heads.
are dashing off into the
I
jungle.
didn't see nothing.
What's the
I-
captain doing there?
I'm gonna stay here since the others, the Major and Private Taylor are here. And
Sorry, go ahead.
and Miss Nurse Follett, perhaps we should take cover.
I yell for Jean to slow down and that we all need to stay together. So yes, I'll try to get cover and try to move away, but I'm not going to be separated from the group.
Pilot,
Okay.
get back here.
Far in the jungle, you hear, "Aye, sir."
There's too many of these little bastards. Let's go.
Okay.
Time
And
to
Potts,
retreat.
where are you?
Start to look around to see if there's a a clear path to get away so we can move quickly? If there is such a path.
Yeah, I mean, similar to what you've been seeing before. There's an area through the trees that is easier to pass through than other areas of the jungle.
Is it away from the pygmies?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's make our way this way with haste.
All right, I'm going to run down that way with the spear forward.
I'll try and grab a spear as well if I can. If
Okay.
there's one close by.
Sure.
Do
Yeah. I mean, there are 3 here, so yeah, easy to pick up.
do Gene and Pilot wait for the group?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. As soon as you guys get about 10 yards as you're moving along, you hear from the direction of the pygmies, and the jungle erupts with motion as they come running after you.
Hold the line, Private Taylor. And,
Doc, let's go. I'll cover you, Doc. You
Stay
run,
together now.
You run.
he holsters the pistol. I will holster my pistol and start wielding my oar.
Okay.
Backing up slowly, swing it,
Okay.
hopefully connecting with some
Okay.
pygmy heads.
Okay. If you stop and turn to defend yourself, they don't advance. They stop, and then you can hear them kind of back up a little bit, and then 2 spears come right at you.
I will knock them out of the sky exactly as I would any cricket ball coming at me. I am well versed in this sort of game.
Okay. Give us a cricket roll.
All right. I literally have cricket bat as a skill
He does.
on my sheet.
Yes.
So good. 38 is under the 54. So that's
Okay.
6.
Okay. You've got 2 of them.
Yep. Can I swing again? I suppose, and I'll
Yes,
take a penalty
yep.
tide to do that. I imagine.
Yes, exactly. Ooh, yes. That's a good reminder of something else that we
discuss.
need to discuss. Yes.
All right.
Firearms.
I managed to get a 50. Despite I rolled a 30 and a 50, so a 50 will still make it,
Okay.
even with the penalty tie. Whack, whack.
All right. You knock them away.
You've got any more for me? I'll round the bases with you.
Okay. What do the rest of you do?
Want a new major, but other than that, I'm going to be going forward with haste, but sticking together, which I don't think are 2 commands that can stay side by side there, because we're getting a little stretched thin,
A little bit. Yeah.
like cat gut there.
Yeah, I'm moving down the path, but trying to keep the major in sight.
Okay. Archie?
Archie is going to fire off a couple of rounds into the pygmy swarm board
Okay.
to deter anyone who's trying to throw spears. But he's also going to try and pull the major back. Come along, Doc. Come along.
Yes, that's
Come on,
right.
Doc, we
That's
need to
right.
go.
I'll cover the retreat.
Come along.
All right.
No. I've got you. I've got you now.
That's right.
It's
That's
my
what
turn.
Tactically. All right. He's backing up with a.
Okay. All right. And Nurse Minnie?
I'm with the
How
group.
about
Okay.
So
All right.
Major, Taylor, stay together.
We're trying.
That's right. We're the rear guard. Go.
All right.
they're
So
covering us.
yeah. So Major Lion and Private Taylor hang back a little bit and fire off some shots and guard your retreat. You can hear pursuit in the jungle as the pygmies move around behind you, even starting to make their way around you on either side a little bit.
Flanking us.
Just a question of navigation here. Are we headed back the way that we come into the jungle, or are we now on?
No,
a
you're
path?
you're on a you're on a different path.
But I don't like that. And now
It might be steering us.
chased into a place. I'm gonna say so. Hey, Captain, I don't like this.
I actually have navigation as a skill, and it's pretty high.
Make a roll on it.
Can I get a bearing?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's really good. So that would be it didn't make a critical success, but I got a hard success at least.
A hard success. Okay, great. So let's go with Private Pilot's idea that you're in Ireland, and that you were near the southern end of Ireland. So you judged that you were going north along the cliff, and then now you have turned west. I'm sorry, you were going. Hold on. No, you're now going north.
Going north. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The coast should be off to our west,
yes,
right?
You're heading east. Yeah. Well, the coast is the ocean when you were walking along is to the south.
To the south. Okay. So we're on the southern coast of the island. Okay.
Right.
And now we're going.
Well, according to Private Pilot, right, who thinks that you're on the southern shore of Ireland.
Right. If we're going with that.
Right. So you're moving away from the shore. You're heading north. So you were heading east following the cliff, and now you've turned north.
Okay.
Are there any paths other than the one that we're being driven down?
No.
And is there any terrain features? Is there an elevation? Is there a cliff at some point?
I mean, the ground rises and falls a little bit, but not much.
Okay, it's pretty flat.
I don't know where they're driving us, Captain, but I am not liking it.
And as you catch up to Gene and Private Pilot, they make haste along with you, and every once in a while a spear arcs in, and lands nearby or sticks into a tree nearby.
Major, Mr. Taylor, you're familiar with land tactics at some level, probably better than I. Any suggestions?
Well, we must find higher ground, and of course, any support. They're flanking us, so perhaps we should run.
Yes.
I'm a medic, Captain.
Well, Mr. Potts has a very good idea about what they might be doing. Is trying to steer us into a place that is to their advantage. Probably, we could possibly be walking into an ambush.
The choice do we have?
We can break through one of their flanks,
or their rear. Yeah, I mean, if I turn and we just run straight at them back the way we come, we might be able to blow through them.
Well, I'm game if you are.
All right.
Okay, man.
All right, I'm gonna turn, Matt, and I'm gonna run as hard as I can, straight back the way we come, and I'm gonna pull out the flare. And as soon as I see anything that isn't one of us, I'm gonna shoot the flare off directly in front of me, and I'm gonna scream like a howling banshee.
Okay.
I'll run right after him with swinging my great oar in support of his charge. Blitzkrieg. Yes.
I run forward with my spear. Yeah, do you guys have a whistle?
So you run with them,
I'm sure we
Captain
Yeah,
Sylvester?
I run with them.
Okay.
Mindful of not stabbing somebody in front of me, though.
Okay. So the three of you run back along the pathway, back toward where
Mr. Potts, you have a
the
reroll. Thank you to Marcus Flores again.
All right, and you run back 10 yards, 15, 20, 25, 30 yards.
Okay.
And
You
we're
see
following?
jungle and you see the trail. And nothing else.
I'm gonna keep going, maybe with a little less fervor now. And I'm gonna be looking for the ocean there.
Okay.
Should be coming up.
Well, at this point, you're very far from the ocean.
All right. Well, I'd like to get closer.
Okay. And you're heading in the right direction for sure. Okay.
Do you see any of them?
Okay. Yeah, you make your way along the pathway, 100 yards.
Okay, at 100 yards, I'm gonna wait for the others to catch up there.
Okay.
I think we scared them off. Ah, you're a terror, Mr. Potts, at least to pygmies.
Well, that's a kind word there, Major. Much obliged.
You earned it, sir.
Darned savages.
You stand panting in the otherwise silent jungle.
I'll listen for the bad guys, sir.
Not a sound.
Nurse, are you okay?
As well as can be expected.
Did you go with them, Minnie?
Well, I thought we were all sticking together and the rest of us were hustling behind them.
Okay.
Right? The whole idea was for the whole group to head back the way we came because that was safer and less jungly and had the ship and more supplies and many other reasons. In the ocean.
Okay. So you were heading back that way.
Yes, hustling
Archie?
behind them.
Archie is making sure the nurses are protected from the jungle and the ills of the jungle.
Okay. All right. So Jean would have been close to you, Minnie. Archie, you don't see Private Pilot though when you turn around.
Oh, no.
Where's Pilot?
We've left him
Where's Pilot?
He didn't get the charge. He didn't get the reversal order.
Oh,
Pilot!
I'm gonna go back.
Pilot!
I'll go back for him. I will wander off into the jungle by myself.
No.
Calling out for
What are you
Pilot.
doing, sir? Someone grab him.
Wait,
Potts,
Pilot is
Taylor.
out there.
could you go with Mr. Taylor?
Is that you want me to go back then? All right. Yes. The beach should be that way, sir. I think we should stay put on the beach because just opinions. If somebody's going to come and rescue us, that's where they'll find us best, right? I'll be happy to go and look. I'll be real happy, sir. Yes, sir. And I'll unhappily go and follow Mr. Taylor.
That seems a sensible strategy.
All right,
Potts,
ladies.
come on.
Captain, let's go.
Horse, this way.
Okay.
Potts, Godspeed to you, sir.
And you, sir?
Before you go, Potts, I'll come up to you and I give you the flare that I got earlier, and I say, if you need help, do what you need to do.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. God bless.
Godspeed.
Pilot, where are you?
I'm gonna
Pilot,
follow
can you hear
Mr.
me?
Taylor.
And you hear the sound of somebody running ahead of you, away from you in the jungle.
I think he's lost his mind, eh? Let's go get him. But start sprinting off after him.
You keep pace with Mr. Taylor.
Okay.
And perhaps it's time for a break. This is a good spot.
Yeah, this could be a good spot for a little break.
Works
Station
for me.
identification.
Oh, yes. Well, cheers. All right. So, we'll be back in 10 minutes, so? We'll
Then
see you
it's
soon,
perfect.
everyone.
See you then.
All right. You're watching the Midway Tabletop Shadow Stories, an original scenario by Matt Steele called The Unspeakable Things, a Call of Cthulhu horror adventure. I'm Marty Kaplan. I'm your executive producer for the night, and we will be back in 10 minutes as we take a quick break. Cheers.
One moment. Marty, we're not hearing you.
Just want to bring your attention, good viewers, to our upcoming streams right before we come back in about a minute. We have many Midway Tabletop games running now. We have every Wednesday at 8 p.m. the second season of Eternium Road with adventures upon the mystic Midway itself in D&D 5e. Every other Friday and every other Sunday, we have Midway Wrestling Alliance with powered by the Apocalypse variant, run by, and then the Blackbird Tavern D&D at 2 p.m. on Sundays. All three of these amazing games are run by Marcus Flores, who is also a heavy tipper. So please, turnabout's fair play, or tune in and do the same for him. And of course, we're doing the Shadow Stories this time for Friday, Saturday night, of which this is the second part for the Call of Cthulhu scenario. The Unspeakable Things, run by Matt Steele. And we have a special event. We have a friend who's launching their own RPG, and it is called the Collateral Damage RPG. And on Thursday, coming right up, October 15th, Lightning Bolt to My Heart will be run here. And check out the URL. Go to clericgames.com to buy that RPG. Let's support our independent creators, shall we? And then finally, we have a laissez-faire and yet dark and doomy October 23rd through October 25th, the Morktoberfest. We'll be having many, many games run. We will probably stream a few, but really it's all about getting into the Discord, finding fun people to play with, and running games of whatever type you like. There will be lots of Mork board, though, which is a fan favorite, and we're going to have a good time playing fantasy games that are 1 or 2 days away from the actual apocalypse. Excellent times coming right up on Midway Tabletop. So let us now return to a jungle full of horned pygmies and terrified? Well, retreating military folk. Matt, please take it away.
All right. Private Taylor and Mr. Potts are making their way deeper into the jungle in pursuit of Private Pilot, who they've heard running off into the jungle. And after a few moments in pursuit, you hear and a heavy thud in the jungle ahead of you.
Pilot! Potts, come on!
I'm coming.
Archie! I'm over here!
Pilot, where are you? Keep calling out.
Here, I'm here.
Keep calling, I'm coming.
He calls, and you're able to make your way down the path, and you find him a little ways off of the path, and he's laying on the ground. Looks like perhaps he stumbled and fell, and not far from where he's lying lies a spear.
Pilot, you're all messed up. Can you hear me?
Says, yes. And he's kind of curled up against the base of a tree, and he he's grabbing at the back of his thigh.
Let me take a look at that. Oh, heck! What happened to you?
And there's a deep gouge along the side of his right thigh, and already the black tendrils are spreading out.
Hold him down there. Hold him down, and I'm gonna pull out my butcher's knife, and I'm gonna sock him with my left hand to try and knock him out, and then chop his leg off.
Okay.
Brutal but effective.
Jungles are
All right. Okay. So first you try and knock him out. All right. Make an unarmed combat roll.
Yeah. All right. So fighting brawl or?
Yes, that will work as well. Unarmed combat should be under weapons, but also fighting brawl. This should be the same.
All right. I got a hard success to sucker punch him.
Okay. He is not expecting that.
Hold
Knock
him
him
down.
right out.
Archie's holding him down and grimacing.
Okay.
Like a side of beef. Just go. I just go to town.
Okay. And you go to town on him. It is a grim scene, and
Great.
when the first blow strikes and you come back, and the second blow strikes and you come back, from a little deeper in the woods, you hear a voice go,
Well, I don't stop.
and you hear it again between each swing, and you sever the leg.
All right. What do you do then?
Pumping.
Nurse,
you-
Minnie.
No, you're a medical. All right. Okay.
Hold
I'm just
it.
gonna.
I wasn't ready for that.
I'm gonna try and tourniquet. Right? It's a tourniquet. I've seen it done. It's a tourniquet. Can you do one?
Step back. You've done everything that you can do.
Probably should have done that first. But that's my medical opinion.
Mr. Potts, can you give us 4d4 rolls? Well, actually, what's the let's see. Yes, 4d4 rolls, please.
You got it. 4d4. Coming right up. That's a lot of d4s, so I'm gonna have to roll one of them twice. Okay.
Okay.
6, 7, 8, 9. 9 there.
9. Okay.
I imagine he's not talking anymore.
He is. Well, you knocked him unconscious, so
Fantastic.
that helped.
That was
helps.
a good
Yeah.
left hook there.
That was
All
a
right.
good. Yeah.
Archie's going to try and do whatever first aid he can with his limited supplies while he calls for the nurse who has all the supplies.
Okay.
Nurse Minnie! Nurse Minnie!
Yes, from far in the woods, nurse, you hear Private Taylor's voice calling out for you.
Whoever's out there in the woods, if you want to live, you should come with us. Is he ready? Is the tourniquet done? We got to get him up and out of here.
He is first aided as best I can.
All right. I pick up my side of beef and I start heading back.
Okay. Did you make a first aid roll,
I did.
Private Taylor? Successful.
Yes.
First aid roll.
Successful
Okay.
roll. Mm-hmm.
All right. You lift him up and over, and as you put him on your shoulder, you hear from the jungle behind you, I can't make it.
Who is that? Who are you?
It's James Richardson. Who's there?
Richie, it's Archie. Where are
Archie,
you? I'm going to come
Archie.
see you.
I'm just here. Just here. And
Keep talking. I'm going to come find you.
Okay. And you're able to climb over a log, and you can see that he can just barely could have seen over the top of the log. And he's laying curled up in the hollow of a stump. And
we gotta go here. We can't go doing this staggering split him up thing. You gotta get him up and out of here. Come on now.
he is in a bad way.
Richie, what's wrong? What's wrong there, Richie? Let me take a look.
He's, all right, and he has a shoulder bag, and the shoulder bag is draped over one hip, where he's as he's sitting on the ground, and he swings the shoulder bag aside, and sticking out of his abdomen, down along the side of his leg, is a piece of metal, jagged. Looks like it's burnt on one side, and a jagged wound across his abdomen.
You've got a bit of a splinter there, eh?
Yeah.
Why don't you stay there? I think you're going to be nice and safe there for a little bit, and we'll come back for you, okay?
No. Come here. Come here.
All right, I'm going to climb it over and in.
Where are you going? Where are you going off to?
Richie, it's Richie. He's hurt. He's hurt.
All right, we'll pick him up and bring him along then.
He's hurt.
Well, then do what you got to do then. Well, let's go.
He kind of moves the satchel and reaches up and pulls it off over his head, and he says this is the book of the Senominator Inomenum.
I don't think the library's gonna mind too much, eh? It's okay. It's just a book.
No. It's everything. It's everything.
Oh, here, I'll take care of your book.
And he sort of leans back, and you see him close his eyes. And when he closes his eyes, you get a sudden waft from him of salt water, of the scent of salt water, and in fact, the air around him seems to burst and almost crackle with water. And then he opens his eyes, and he's like, now here. Yes. And he closes his eyes again. And again, the area around him begins to pulsate with bits and spritzes of water. And the mist of the sea comes roiling from around him. Oh, he's just now there. And he opens his eyes again and looks at you. Oh, now here in his place. Yes, he goes to the Tower of Koth. Yes, there to make the bargain.
What bargain? What are you talking about? It's okay. Just lay back.
He closes his eyes again, and water engulfs him. Seawater seems to swirl around him and engulf him. And then he opens his eyes. Mr. Potts, at this point, you can see over the top of this fallen log, roiling seawater swirling around in the air.
All right. Hey there, Archie. Are you coming? Because I'm out of here.
I don't know that there's anything I can do.
And he opens his eyes again, and he says, the tower leads back. The tower leads back. And I'm going there. And he lays back and closes his eyes again. And he is surrounded by the sea. You see it swirling and swirling, and then it seems to become solid, and you see him startle momentarily, as if hitting the cold embrace of the sea. And then this
Jiminy Cricket, I'm gonna go ahead and climb up and take a gander. See if I can't get Archie out of there.
And as you do, you see this sphere, this irregular blob of ocean water surrounding Mr. Richardson. And then it seems to collapse in on itself. And when it does, there's a splash of ocean spray that soaks the both of you. And then there's nothing. There's no Mr. Richardson. There's nothing. But the seawater running down your faces. Give us a sanity roll, please.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
That's a no from Mr. Taylor.
Yeah, Archie's had enough.
Okay.
So you fell in some water there?
How about you, Mr. Potts?
Made it 24 out of 59 there.
Okay, that's 1 point for you. and 3 points for Private Taylor.
That was odd.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna climb back down now. Archie, we're going. Okay? I'm gonna take this fella here whose leg I just chopped off, and we're gonna head back to the, medical people. All right? All right. And I'm gonna hop down.
Sorry.
Pick up.
Speaking of the medical people, Nurse Minnie, are you heading back toward where these folks are?
I hope they're all right.
I am. Who was it that I heard yelling for help?
Mr. Potts.
It was Mr. Potts.
It was Archie.
Was it? Was it Archie?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. My bad.
I'm not going unless I see the flare.
Okay.
But I'm looking, I'm watching where they went and keeping an eye out.
All right. So you stop and you're watching.
Oh yeah.
Nurse Minnie, what is it?
Okay.
Well, I heard someone yell for help. But we should take cover in case any more of those little people come back.
We have to get through. Yes, we must get out of this jungle into a clear perimeter. Hurry now, hurry now. Watch your
Towards the
skirts.
beach.
Yeah, I'll lollygag so I can keep looking behind me.
Okay. All right. You guys let the nurses lollygag behind, or does everyone slow down?
I stay with them.
Okay. All right. Dr. Lyon, you
I'll
as well?
scout ahead then.
Okay, we'll be a little bit ahead. Good. All right. After a little while, Private Taylor and Mr. Potts come down the pathway. It is a grisly scene. Mr. Potts is carrying over his shoulder most of Private Pilot. Clearly Mr. Private Pilot's leg has been lopped off, and there's blood running down Mr. Potts as he's carrying him along.
Oh dear Lord, what happened?
He was hit with one of those spears. Set him down.
The black nurse, the black stuff was coming up his leg. So I
Understood. We need to find a place to camp.
Need a stretcher.
Three men? Potts, Taylor?
When I look at Potts and I'm saying that and I'm like dismissing him about the story, kind of, it's also with the eyes saying, I get you.
Right.
We should build a stretcher right, so we can carry him. I don't think we should stay dead, right?
Come along now.
Let's keep moving. Follow me, Jeff.
It's clear
The
ahead.
wreckage of the ship can't be that far.
Precisely. Can I see it yet?
No, you don't see it.
And
Just
not-
jungle.
No edge in the jungle either. Captain, are we heading the right way?
You haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, am I headed the right direction?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
All right, careful
Yes.
now. Great
Keep moving.
Scott, what happened to his leg?
I took it off.
You took it. Of course, you took
What?
it off. Well, let's get this man somewhere where we can cauterize that thing. He's gonna die.
All right, then. I'll go ahead and carry him some further.
Okay. So you carry him, and the group of you move along through the jungle, and you move another 300 yards, 400 yards, 500, 600, maybe 700 yards, and it seems to you it is much farther to the cliffs than you previously thought.
Damn it all!
But-
we should be at the beach
but,
by now.
But eventually you come out of the edge of the jungle, and in front of you are rolling hills.
Captain,
Is it
I thought
still,
we were going to the beach?
Dim illumination?
It still has that odd bluish illumination, and the moon hangs in the sky. And Captain, since you were trying to measure this earlier, it's clear to you that though you've been moving through the wood, through the jungle for a good couple of hours, the moon is in the exact same spot it was when you first arrived here.
Okay, make note of that, but I don't say anything. Obviously, we can't see any stars, right? Still.
No stars. No.
Okay.
And looking across the rolling hills, in fact, on the very crest of the furthest hill, you see a group of people just cresting the hill.
Moving away from us.
Yes,
Okay.
about 3/4 of a mile away, probably. And as they crest the hill, you can see that they're carrying something heavy. There's a group of maybe half a dozen of them, and they're carrying something heavy along. And as they crest the hill, somebody kind of does a misstep, and what they're carrying shifts around a little bit, and the moon glints off of it, and you see the distinct outline of a casket, of a coffin, and they're able to set it back to rights, and then they proceed over the crest of the hill, and you lose sight of them.
So, just estimating the height and stature, are they possibly normal-sized? I guess people of European descent as opposed to pygmies.
Yeah, they look like regular people.
Okay.
I don't think everyone made it.
Are we trying to catch them?
Well, the ocean is not here. Something is wrong.
Very strange. Very strange. I'm going to help this man with his leg. Nurse, let's do what we can to make him comfortable, and let's examine your handiwork, Mr. Potts.
If they don't look like people from the ship, maybe they're locals. Maybe they can help us reach someone that we need to talk to help us.
Do you want me to catch? I mean, I can catch them.
Whatever the major wishes, and I'll start helping the major with Pilot. But
Mr. Potts, you're with me? Mr. Taylor, if you'd like, we'll see if we can catch these others. We'll be back shortly.
All right, Potts
Captain.
isn't looking great, but he's gonna try and power through.
Captain,
Potts, if you
was,
don't mind that flare,
A hand. Yeah,
I'll need it for pilot.
yeah. Here you go.
Okay. Well,
So
Gene
was
says,
Rich-
"Well, I have one. I could keep that with us, and Mr. Potts could keep his."
Well, we're about to use ours, but that'll work.
Okay. Who gets the second one then?
I put my hand out.
Okay.
To her, then.
She puts it in your hand.
Godspeed, Mr. Potts.
Yes, ma'am. All right, I'm gonna start staying with the captain, but I'm gonna try and put out a good pace. Matt, I don't know what it's like to carry a dude for 600 and 700, a couple miles. It's felt like, and then try and give a good chase. But I know I have trouble with
often.
it.
What a slow jog. Well, it's not like, I'm a youngster.
All right. Well, we'll give it the old tally
It's a
ho.
shot in the leg.
Oh, it's true, yeah. I've been shot. I'm not going very fast.
Yeah. Yes. All right. You stagger and limp off. The three of you. Yes.
Yes. Mr. Taylor.
Captain, do you was Richie ever a vicar? Was Richie ever a vicar? Priest,
Mr. Richardson?
Richardson. Yes.
Do I? So what do I know about Richardson? Did he have any religious background or training?
I mean, not really. I mean, he's Catholic, but other than that, he doesn't have any specific training.
Okay. Yeah, I have a good idea of my crew. Not any more than any other churchgoer, Mr. Taylor. Why would you say that?
You reminded me of a vicar I used to. Very strange.
In what way?
His bearing, it looked like he was talking to God.
It turned into water and disappeared.
No, that was a trick of the light. That wasn't anything. That was just a trick of light.
Let's keep moving, men. Yes, keep moving.
Okay. All right. Minnie and Jean and Dr. Lyon, you guys have a patient and some time now while they're off.
Yes.
So let's have a medicine roll. Who's leading the efforts to save Private Pilot?
I will. I'll try and make him comfortable, and if we have any painkillers, I'll give him those. And then, I have the flare in my hand, and I just look at the major, and I say, I can try starting a fire again, but
I see. Well, what? Here, take the cartridge out, cut it open, get the gunpowder out. We'll sprinkle it and burn it.
Okay, I'll check the tourniquet. I'll clean the wound first with alcohol. So trying to do a good job here.
I'll clean up the wound with some surgical tools.
So I get a bonus die for assistance, correct?
Perfect.
And is
Yes.
it first aid or medicine?
Medicine.
Oh,
Medicine. Yeah, you have time for medicine. So
All right. So let's do
I
it.
rolled a 4.
Very nice.
4. Wow.
With the
Okay.
assistance of my wonderful nurse here, 57 under 76.
Okay. Nurse Minnie, you let the doctor think you're helping him. Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Always.
Terrific. Between the three of you, let's see. So that's an extreme success. Is that right?
Yes.
Nurse for Nurse Minnie. Okay. Not that sheet.
Yes, there you go. That's right.
Right.
Oh, and let's sew it up there. That's all right. Now let's
All
light
right.
it. And
So, so the extreme success will give you the maximum possible healing from it, which is it's a D3. So he gets 3 points back. He's stabilized. You're certain, at least at this point, that he's not going to die from having his leg hacked off, at least.
Fast. Well, well done. Always a pleasure working with you. I think we saved this man's life.
You guys bind his leg. Right. That takes a while, and meanwhile, the crew is off chasing after these people. So you're going up and down hills amongst these scattered trees. It's some pretty tough going, not because there's any vegetation or anything in the jungle. You're free of all of that, but some pretty steep ups and downs to get there. And after a while, you get to the top of the hill, and Minnie and Dr. Lion and Jean, you can all of you see them like crest the top of that hill. And they're now very far away, very little tiny silhouettes along the ridge of this hill. And you can, and from the top of the hill, the three of you look down, and you can see this party making their way along, carrying this casket, and they're making their way to an ocean, a sea, perhaps, but it's very flat, and the water looks viscousy, and it undulates slightly, but doesn't really come ashore as waves at all, and you can see that that water is a good mile and a half away, probably. From you, and maybe half a mile from them at this point, and moored there on a dock, you see a small galleon.
A galleon.
Yes, a small two-sailed galleon.
Like Pirates of the Caribbean kind of stuff.
It's sort of like that, yes.
So I start to yell, "Hello! Hello!"
Let's see if they hear you. There's a bit of a you see them sort of jostle around, and then they stop, and they slowly lower the casket to the ground, and one of them turns around and yells back, "Hello!"
I say, could you offer some assistance? We are in need of supplies and medicines. We have some wounded.
Yes, do catch up.
Okay, on our way.
We haven't time to wait.
Where are you in such a rush to reach? Where are you going?
The tower.
Oh,
the tower.
Captain. The tower thing. Yeah. Okay. Nick Richardson was talking about the tower.
You see them bend down, and they pick the casket back up, and they begin marching toward the sea.
He said he goes to the Tower of Clock there. The tower leads back, and I'm going there. That's what Richardson said before he turned to water and disappeared and stuff. We best catch up to them, though, because they do look like they could carry somebody.
Okay, so I'm moving as quickly as I can. Tower? Tower? Back where?
Yeah, it was some nuttiness that Richie was talking about.
Yeah.
I thought it was
so the three of you go after them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Full tilt.
All right. So down back at camp, we'll call it. You see the three of them like take off over the hill and disappear. And
I mean,
Gene sort of looks at the two of you. Where are they going? Are they coming back?
well, we are supposed to be camp. So, I certainly hope so.
Well, I mean, they'll come back. Don't you worry. The captain keeps all our best interests at heart, and I'm sure he'll be back very soon. We need to care for this man. On the plus side, he's all set for a peg leg. Nurse, a little bit for you, eh? It's been quite a
I'll
night.
take a drink.
All right, so you guys play a couple rounds of Pass the Flask. Gene is happy to take a shot or two as well.
Good old Genie.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the hill, the two of you are making good time because you're going mostly downhill at this point. Again, occasionally it's a little tough going, but the hills here are less steep. And you're closing the distance.
There's three of us though, right? There's Archie, the captain, and me, right? Like none of us disappeared. Okay, good.
Yep. Yeah. The three of you are making your way along, and you get within a quarter mile of them probably, and you're close enough to them to begin to pick out the fact that they are wearing the uniforms of the crew of the Landovery Castle.
They're not people that we recognize.
Well, you're not close enough to see their faces, and their backs are to you,
Okay.
so you don't recognize them. And it's dim, but you recognize that uniform. You've seen hundreds of them at this point. So even in the dim light and at a quarter of a mile away, you're like, those are uniforms from the ship.
You gotta tell him to stop, Captain.
Hello! You need to stop.
Okay. You can sort of see them turn their heads in your direction. They don't slow down.
This is Captain Sylvester. I order you to stop.
They continue on their way, and they get to the base of the dock. They begin moving up the dock toward the galleon.
Come on, then we must hurry to stop them.
Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna run down there.
I'm going as fast as I can, but I'm wounded though.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and catch up. I'm gonna try and run a quarter mile as fast as I can.
Right. And Archie, how about you?
Archie is still kind of wounded, so he's going to hang with the captain. Also, that's probably the best thing in his future.
Okay. Mr. Potts, let's have a Constitution roll. You're going to need a hard success to keep from getting winded at this point.
Okay, there. So when you roll above, that's not good, right? So
That's not.
Well, no, hold on. I've got a Constitution of 85. I hadn't looked at it. I did not make a hard success. Do I need to push it? Because I succeeded. I didn't make a hard success though.
If you want to succeed, you could. If you have a re-roll remaining, you could use that, or
But
you
I
could
did
push it.
So my Constitution is 85, and I rolled a 72. I didn't
Okay.
make a 42. Do I need to make a 42 to do this?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and push. Use my re-roll and not push it.
Okay.
And I rolled exactly 42 there.
Wow. All right.
So
Well played.
all
All right. Yeah.
Thank
you,
Mr.
buckle
Forrest.
under and get out and run after them, and bam, your feet hit the end of the dock. Bam, 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 and you run in that toward them as they're carefully carrying the casket up onto the galleon.
Hey there! We need help. You gotta help us. We got people back there that need help.
Says, and one of them looks back at you and says, "Well, come aboard. Come aboard."
No, you gotta help us. We need you to help the people. They're injured. You gotta help us. Come on.
He says the Somniator in Amendum does not have time to wait for your people.
We got it. We got that already. You gotta come back and get it. Help us.
No.
Oh, you don't need a book then.
We must go to the tower.
Okay, but you gotta wait for us though.
Certainly not. No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
So.
And you were standing. You were looking up the gangplank at.
I didn't catch him on the dock. Okay.
No. They're loading it. You're at the bottom of the gangplank when you're having this conversation. You can continue on up the gangplank if you like. And you were looking at Mr. Davies. Mr. Davies, you know, because the two of you share a first name. His name is Edgar as well. He is one of the wireless operators on the ship. One of the people who would call for help, for example.
All right. I'm gonna go aboard. There. I'm gonna climb aboard, and I'm gonna try and push right past him. And I'm gonna try and look around the deck of the ship for the anchor.
Okay. All right. Make a spot hidden. So Captain Otto, terrific. You are 100. Well, you are 98% sure that this ship does not have an anchor.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and two of the crewmen begin pulling up the gangplank behind you, and that's when the captain and Private Taylor hit the end of the dock.
Hey, my friends there, they want to come too.
And then the two men sort of look over and continue pulling the gangplank, and they throw it onto the deck.
I'll try and stop them. I'll try and push it back.
And the ship begins to move away from the dock.
All right. Yeah.
None of the crew seem to be piling it. It seems to move of its own accord.
Okay.
Make them stop, Potts.
All right. So nobody's piloting the boat.
No.
The sails are the sails.
Everyone is gathered around this casket, which now that you have a close look at it, you see is made almost entirely of glass.
All right. Can I shove it? Can I get behind it and shove it?
The casket?
Yeah. I want to shove it off the boat.
Well, it's on the deck, right? And there's the gun walls, or there's the railing that goes all the way around it, and everyone is gathered around the casket. So you could run over there and try and do that, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over there and try and maybe just kick it open. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it is made of glass.
I mean, all right, then I'll break it.
Okay. So you're gonna go over and try and kick it and break it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. As you go running over to do that, Captain and Private Taylor, the boat is pulling away from the dock. It's a galleon, so the deck is quite a ways above the dock. Is there rigging? Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I could potentially leap onto the rigging, climb up.
You could. That's a possibility, sure.
Blazes,
Right,
Potts.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Where are they going? And I see Taylor jumping for the rigging. I'm going to try and do the same.
Okay.
I see him doing that.
Make a jump roll.
Jump roll. Okay. That would be a no. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I'm looking at this correctly. Ooh, okay. So Matt, since
Yes.
I don't have a reroll, I just rolled double odd.
Okay. You slam into the side of the
That's good,
the
right?
ship and bounce off and splash back into the water.
Okay.
Private Taylor, how did you do?
0-2.
0-2. Okay. In a swashbuckler's best, you leap and grab a hold of the rigging on the side,
Gerald Flynn.
the netting on the side, as the captain bounces away and hits the water. Captain, the water has sort of the viscosity of olive oil.
Mr. Taylor, see if we can stop the ship. Get to Mr. Potts. I'm gonna try.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna try and move through. And is there anything to grab onto, or not really?
And there's the pilings for the dock, sure.
Well, I mean, on the ship.
Oh no, the ship's moved away at this point.
Okay, there's no way I can catch up with it, so I start to move back towards the docks.
Okay.
I'm gonna
meanwhile,
I'm gonna try and get what's inside the casket and jump overboard. That's the only way I can figure to stop the boat.
okay. Meanwhile, back at camp, they have been gone a long time. A long time.
And the moon hasn't moved.
No.
Not an inch.
Can we?
What kind of place is this place?
Can we see the ocean from where we are?
No.
Can we hear the ocean from where we are?
No. All you see is these rolling hills with little bunches of almost look like oak trees.
I'm afraid we'll need to follow them. At least there's wood around here. Can we make a stretcher for this poor blighter?
I mean, with what you have the ore and some other bits of wood. So yeah, pretty quickly you could fashion something like that. You have the sail and blankets and yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that. I can certainly carry him. I'm hale and hearty.
I'll try and help.
All right.
So I'm
You
marching
guys
up the
are.
hill.
All right, you guys work on that, put that together, and put Private Pilot on there, and begin marching up the hill. Meanwhile, back on the boat, you come over to give the casket a kick, Mr. Potts.
Yeah, or hit it with the butt of a knife or to metal or something. Just I want to break the glass so I can get the person inside.
Okay. So you go over there. Do you look for something to break it with?
I've got the butt of my knife. I just smash it.
Okay, so you come over there, and as I mentioned, everyone except for the two people who are just pulling the gangplank over right, are gathered around. So there are a lot. There are 5 people gathered around, and when you come running over with your knife, they're going to try and grab a hold of you.
All right.
Do you know who it is in the sarcophagus?
Oh yes.
Do I see it? Is it Richardson?
You can see into the sarcophagus, into the casket. You don't see in there. You don't see anyone you recognize.
Okay.
You see an almost skeletal figure, someone old and ancient. Withered.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the body is old and withered, and around it you see. Jimmy Hopley, who's a deck boy. Jim Hitchens, the other quartermaster. George Hawks, who goes by the nickname Jimbo. He is the other wireless operator on the ship. And a woman who you don't recognize. Who's not wearing a uniform of the nursing sisters or a military uniform. She's dressed as a civilian. So 3 of them try and grab a hold of you.
Right.
I'll need 2 dodge rolls from you.
My last reroll. I have to take the second one though, right?
Oh yes, indeedy.
Yep.
All right, because that's a 97.
Okay. So you come in. One of them paws at you ineffectually, but 2 of them grab you on either side. Mr. Hitchens, the quartermaster, and Jimbo Hawks, and they each grab an arm and lift you up off of the deck and rush over to the side in an attempt to throw you overboard. Which is about the time that Archie sticks his head up over the side. Archie, you see 2 people who are securing the gangplank in position, and then people rushing toward you carrying Mr. Potts in the process of throwing him overboard. What do you do?
I'm going to try and intercept the people who are going to throw pots and pans off the ship, because I'm gonna kind of hoist myself up, roll over the lip, and pull my pistol and kind of wave it in people's faces. Put him down, eh?
Okay. They alter course slightly and run directly at you, holding him between the 2 of them.
I'm gonna have to shoot some of them. I didn't want to. I really didn't want to.
That'll stop the
But
boat.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot them. It's quite a lot.
Okay, fire away. They will be on top of you next round, but you'll get this round without interruption. Do you have one of the weapons that fires 3 shots?
I don't know. How would I find that out?
Any pistol will do that.
Yes, I do. Yes, I
You
do.
look at the rating at the bottom of the sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Right.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. So we're going to revisit the rules from yesterday. Yesterday I confused two rule set, an older edition and the current edition. So rather than it being a regular success, a hard success, and extreme success, as I said yesterday, in fact, if you're firing multiple shots, each shot is rolled with a penalty die, and you take the worst of the rolls. So all 3 shots have a penalty die if you're firing multiple shots.
Okay, how does the penalty die work?
So you roll 2 of the 10s die, or I'm sorry, 2 of the 10s place die, and then 1 of the regular die, and then you take the lower of the combination.
Got it. 62 out of 70 for my first shot.
Okay. That's with the penalty die.
That is with the penalty die.
Okay, so that's a hit. Roll damage. That hits Mr. Hitchens.
Big gun.
That is for 10 points of damage. 10 damage.
Ooh, that is a lot. Okay.
Jeez.
He is a stout fellow. He has to make a Constitution roll. He rolls an +6.
Wow.
I didn't want to have to shoot him, but I'm going to have to shoot him again. Okay, 20 out of 70. That's a little flip, I imagine.
Okay. Okay. Roll damage again.
Yeah, 8 points damage.
Mere 8.
He doesn't
Well,
go
that's
down. You're in trouble.
Well, he definitely goes down now. He falls to the deck. This is going to make it difficult for Jimbo to continue with this action. See how he does. He does not do well with a 99. He stumbles as the shots go off, not expecting his companion to to go down like that. He like tumbles and falls to the deck. And in fact, rather than Mr. Potts going overboard, he goes overboard. He sort of staggers, falls, rolls, and like over the side. You hear him splat against the viscous water below.
How far are we from the shore there?
You're 300 yards or so at this point.
I can still swim that though, right? Yeah. It'd just be tough. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, then I continue with my orders. If I'm spilled over, I just go running straight at the there's only 3 people around it now, so I'm gonna go grab the guy out of the casket and throw him over the side.
Wow.
Okay, you head over there. Private Taylor, are you doing the same?
No, I'm going to shoot some more people.
Shoot the casket.
Okay. If that is what you yell, that is what I will do.
All right.
I'll try and shoot the casket.
All right. Now hold that shot for a second, Captain. Are you making your way to shore?
Yeah, I'm gonna get to shore. And do I see any other watercraft there?
Yes, there's a small sailboat, a little bit smaller than what the lifeboat would have been. The sail is folded up down in the hole in the boat, but it's it could easily be raised. It looks like.
Okay. So before I do that, I'm going to make my way back to see if I can get to the others and apprise them of their situation.
Okay.
Was there a bearing? Could I get a bearing of the ship? Is it headed off? And
well, it's a galleon. You can see it. It's big. You can see right where it's going. Yeah. Okay. So Nurse Minnie, Dr. Lyon, and Jean come over the hill carrying Private Pilot. And when you top the hill, you see sailing off into the distance on this sort of greenish, brackish sea, a galleon, and
A sea and a ship, a working ship.
At the dock, or walking up from the water, you see the captain like slogging along, limping, in your direction.
I will run toward the captain to see if he's hurt and needs help.
I'll pick up the pace as much as possible.
And if we're in yelling distance, I'll yell to the captain and ask him if he's hurt.
Okay.
What happened to the others?
they're on the ship. I am well, Miss Follett. Please make haste.
Okay.
Captain, yes. Wow, it's not this injured man, but yeah, well done. Found a ship, have you?
Okay, so I'm gonna move up towards the major and see if I can help him to bring the pilot.
How are you carrying Private Pilot? Right.
We have him on a stretcher.
Right.
Like a litter?
How are you holding the stretcher?
I'm holding the stretcher, and then I guess the nurse
Jean?
Templeton was on the other end.
Yeah, she'll offer. Well, she'll offer to take one side and.
Okay, we'll help with the other one.
Okay.
Right, so all four of us. Yes, double time. Well, yes. Let's get this man to the ship. So
you guys come down the hills and meet up with the captain near the shore, and well, you're in the process of coming down. Let's cut back to the ship, the galleon, as it's moving away.
Yeah. How many yards now?
Quite a few.
All right. So this is the last ditch. I'm going over one way or another. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So Archie, are you firing at the casket?
Yes, I am.
All right. Give it a shot.
That is a success.
Okay. Roll damage. 10 points. The casket, the glass spiders, but the glass doesn't break.
Wow.
This is gonna hurt.
And the two crew members who were closest to you, who were working with the gangplank, come running at you.
All right.
Come running at Private Taylor.
I just.
And I go ahead.
And then the other two are the other two who are over by the casket. Look like they're ready to intercept Mr. Potts with their fists.
All right. So I'm gonna go low, and just go straight into right where the bullet hit the casket.
Okay.
At full speed with my shoulder, and it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna try and knock it off the deck. You know what I mean? I'm gonna break it. Yeah, but I aim straight for it.
Okay. All right. I might just. All right. All right. So each of them take a swing at you, and they're gonna hit you unless you're able to dodge those.
If
30 and a 33 they rolled.
If I dodge, though, will I still hit the casket?
It doesn't affect your attack. You just need, if you don't dodge, it will definitely affect your attack. If they manage to punch you,
I got a not 5 on my dodge.
Okay, that's one of them.
Okay.
And you need to dodge the second one.
Gotta look the other side here. My dodge here is 35, and I rolled a 27. I don't know if that succeeds, though.
That succeeds. It's under.
All right. Well, then, yeah, that's what I do.
All right. Terrific. You slam your shoulder into there. Roll your unarmed combat damage.
Okay, so my damage. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. I do. Hey, it says 1d3 plus bonus die or damage bonus, and I forget how to figure my damage bonus.
To the right.
To the right, near the bottom right hand corner will be the damage
Oh,
bonus
gotcha.
on the character sheet.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
It's been a while. D3. So 1 and 3 is 4. It's going to be 4 damage there.
Okay. 4 points of damage. All right. You hit it. You hit it with your shoulder. You hit it in the point where Archie shot it, and the glass gives, but it doesn't shatter completely. So it gives, and then there are shards of glass that rake across your chest and back as you pile into the casket. Doing 6 points of damage.
Oh boy!
It tears across your chest and back.
Ow.
All right. Okay. So do I get the fella?
You're in the casket essentially with him.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, yeah. Extract this fella. I'm gonna try and pick him up and get out.
Okay.
Get overboard. You know.
The corpse reaches up.
Oh,
grabs you around the throat.
Okay. Yeah,
or at least
Mother of
attempts
Joseph.
to.
Okay.
Make a sanity roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna
first.
go ahead and do that right now. That's good. All right. So we're gonna move these dice around, and that's that's higher than me sanity roll there. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, that's not good there.
Well, it's only 1 point
Okay.
of sanity loss.
Yeah.
bargain.
It's a point that I'm never getting back. I don't think.
Okay. All right.
At one point.
And back over at Archie, these two come running at you with the clear intent of body slamming you overboard.
Can I climb up the rigging to escape?
I mean, you're right by the edge, so the rigging is further in. Like they are between you and any sort of rigging that you could climb up. When there's open deck in front of you.
I'll dive out of the way to dodge them.
Okay.
If I can.
All right. Yes, I'll make a couple of rolls for them. That. Ooh. All right. You'll need one dodge roll because one of them doesn't make their roll.
I made that 44 out of 60. That's success.
Okay. You dodge out of their way. They saw their compatriot go overboard, so they don't make the mistake of overrunning it. But you dodge between the two of them, and they're still kind of they're still intent on grabbing a hold of you, but they miss you. As you guys are struggling there, the rest of you get to the end of the dock, and you can see the galleon moving 500, 600 yards away, or more.
Captain, why
perhaps,
is that ship leaving?
across this greenish?
I don't know, Major. I don't know. I had Mr. Potts and Mr. Taylor try and stop it.
It looks like they're
Can I
fighting
start-
the crew.
And I start setting up the rigging on the sailboat.
Oh, another boat here, eh? Let's get this man loaded, eh?
Yeah, little tiny sailboat. It will fit 3 comfortably, and the 5 of you uncomfortably.
All right. Well, I will have to.
I mean, you can
Keep this
pile
elevated.
into it, but yeah. All right, you put the sail up.
Okay.
Captain, you have sailing right as a skill.
I
So
do.
you're able to quickly put the sail up. The moment the sail snaps into place, the boat begins to move.
Well, can I try and hold it in place?
Hold it in place.
I
Okay,
guess it's too big to hold the craft. I'm gonna put the sail back down and then.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, everyone's on board.
Oh, everybody's on board. Okay.
Oh,
Then
even Potts and Archie?
Well, they're on the
They're-
other boat.
they're on the
But
galleon.
okay.
But the 5 of you are in the little
Okay.
tiny sailboat. Yeah,
Nurse,
you're
yeah.
you're
Jean,
securing Private Pilot and getting him in place. Dr. Lyon says, elevate his feet, and Jean helps elevate his feet, and everybody's sort of getting in there while the
Well,
captain is
he
putting
only
up the
has
sail,
1 foot.
and the sail snaps into place, and the boat begins to move away from the dock.
Yep. Okay.
Well, what about Mr. Potts?
Mr. Potts is on the galleon. I hope to catch up with him.
Okay.
did we see him go over the side? Just okay.
No, he's still on board.
Okay, sorry, you haven't dived off it. So understood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, well, I guess
Okay.
it does seem to be some sort of struggle there.
And the sailboat, moves away from the dock and rounds the end of the dock and begins following the galleon.
Does it seem to be propelled by the wind or some other force?
There is no wind.
There is no wind. Okay. So it's obvious. Okay.
What's even happening?
It's option B, some other force.
Yes. On that realization, everyone in the boat should make a sanity roll.
Yeah.
It's a ought 1. Of course, it's fine.
Oh,
It's
19.
the current. It's the current. A very strong current.
Oh, yes, of course, Major. Of course.
A very
Of course you're
strong
right.
current, of course. Yes.
got 51 out of 50.
Nurse Minnie's
51
not
out
so.
of 50.
Yeah.
Nurse Minnie's not so convinced.
No, nor is Jean. Jean did not do well there. Ooh, 4 points, Minnie.
Ow. Should stay in denial like the rest of us.
I'm not in denial.
And does it have to be? Have I had too much in too little time? or is a couple of 4-pointers not going to do anything to me?
Yeah, they're not really close together because you guys
Okay.
made camp. There's been a whole lot that's gone on between the last one and this one.
Okay.
Do we find anything on this boat as we're sailing out?
No, the boat's empty other than you.
Are they out of range for you to shoot those guys that are trying to kill Taylor and Potts?
If I had a rifle,
Got a
handgun.
spear.
Yeah, they're 1,000 yards plus away at this point.
Yeah, no.
It's afraid not. I'm down to my last 3 bullets as well. But we'll catch up to them. Yes, Captain? You can outsail anybody on the sea.
Of course. So look at the sail and try and figure out
Right.
how it's even moving the boat.
And the dinghy moves through the brackish water, following the galleon. Meanwhile, on board the galleon, Mr. Potts, you're going to try and grab a hold of the person, apparently, in the casket, not a body at all, a living person.
Well, now let's just talk about that for just a second, if we could. Now, Mr. Potts is a very loyal member of the Navy here, the Royal Navy, and he is just a second assistant cook and not a Royal Marine here. And I think this is pretty much where he's going to draw the line with duty. So he's just going to be extracting and trying to get the hell the fuck away from this thing here right now. Thank you very much, Mother and Joseph. And I'll be making my way away the quickest route from this creature thing, Mudjigger, and off of this strange contraption, because as much as I love the captain there, it's this. I draw the line at the undead. Nope, that's it. Okay, good to know. Good to know where your lines are. All right, so you scramble out of the casket. That may have been a scream like a little girl, but my pride is fully intact.
Didn't hear a thing. A thing.
Yeah. Okay. So you scramble back away. The 2 people on either side who tried to swing come back around, expecting that you're trying to do something to their cargo there, and each of them tries to grab a hold of you again.
Yeah, I'm gonna run like hell.
Okay. Right. Make a couple of dodge rolls. While you're doing that, Private Taylor, you said you were going to open fire on the 2 people who were trying to throw you off the deck?
No, I was going to try and climb the rigging if I could.
Ah, okay. So you're going to run toward the center of the ship, toward the mast, and climb the rigging. Okay.
That Errol Flynn it.
I got a 93 on my dodge there.
Okay. All right. Well, one of them got a 78, so they miss you. The other person, however, got an 08. So they grab a hold of you, and oddly, they have the same idea to do with you that you want to do for yourself. So he hustles you over toward the side of the boat to toss you over.
Drink again.
All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight that.
Okay. The two of you make your way over to the side in the most cooperative struggle ever. And he pushes you, off the side.
All right, you can have your dead body. That's all right.
Okay. You're expecting it, so you're able to make a decent leap off of the side of the boat, and hit the water. which from the small sailboat, everybody sees. Somebody, of course, it's 1,000 yards away. Somebody leaps off of the side of the galleon, or perhaps is pushed. You see another body there that turns back around. So somebody hits the water.
Hurry, Major. We need to get over there.
Does
Captain, you're trying to figure out how to make the boat go faster?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to use whatever skills or knowledge I have to make it go faster, even though I don't know how this thing's even moving at all.
Just go ahead and roll a pilot extra dimensional craft there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. Make a sailing roll.
Okay. Let's do that. Let's see. Okay. No, I fail.
You fail. Okay. Roll a D3. D6 divided by 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
2.
2. Okay. You feel suddenly very drained, as if your life's energy is being drained out of you. Mark off 2 magic points.
Okay.
The boat, the small sailing dinghy speeds up.
I feel kind of faint. Maybe it's just from all this running and being wounded. It looks like I was successful, Miss Follett. The craft is moving faster now. I don't know how.
I'll gather a rope and anything that looks like a flotation device to throw to the person in the water.
Okay. There's some rope from the sail, but there's no flotation devices. There's nothing else in the boat.
Okay.
Not even oars.
I have a spear.
Actually, I'll free the ore from the litter that we made.
Oh, right. There you go.
Grab on, pots. Evicted from the boat, were you?
It's like olive oil.
Threw you over
What
the
happened
side.
to Taylor?
Yeah, he's covered with this green, slimy, viscousy sort of
What is this? Isn't water?
stuff.
Maybe it's an oil slick.
Yeah, it's oily and it's unpleasant to touch. Even
corpse.
worse to swim in.
The corpse attacked me in the body, in the casket. It got out of the casket and attacked me.
Corpse?
The corpse got up and attacked me. And
You mean a person was in the casket and attacked you?
I am covered in blood and glass shards, and I am lacerated.
What happened to you, man?
Babbling incoherently.
Here. Make a little room. Let's look.
Yes,
Let's look to you, sir.
I will try and calm him down and tend to his wounds.
All right. In fact, Mr. Potts, mark off another hit point that you would have lost and bleeding and blooding as you're swimming across to them.
Blood in the water.
Yeah.
Is he going to have to hang onto the side?
See if I can help him calm down as well.
What's that, Captain?
Is he going to have to hang on to the side? Because you're saying that we're over capacity at this point.
It's going to be a tight fit. You can get him in, but there's no more room really to move around here. You're on top of each other pretty much at this point.
Archie's still fighting there. He's given him what for? I don't think he saw the corpse move. I think
Archie's still aboard there, eh?
And he's got the book too. It's so bad. They're going to the tower, and the corpse is moving.
All right, you're babbling, man. Yeah, calm down. Take 10 deep breaths. Count with me. 2 in, 1 out. 2 in.
Ow, that hurts when you breathe in like that. The cut across your chest, that really, really hurts.
I'm sorry, Captain. I tried to stop that boat, Captain. I'm sorry.
Easy, Potts. Easy.
Psychology roll 11,
Okay.
which succeeds for me anyway. I don't know.
Okay,
If it gives me
all right.
sanity back.
You would need psychoanalysis to get sanity back, but
I see, sorry.
but it does have a calming effect.
Excellent. And then perhaps first aid. It sounds like the nurse is taking care of his wounds. Nurse mate?
Sure. Happy to.
All right.
Are we gaining on the galleon with the sailboat?
Yes. Mhm.
Oh,
Okay.
I roll a 95 on first aid.
Ooh.
I have a
yeah.
reroll coming, and there's only a half hour left to play, so I'm gonna try that again.
Burn it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's pretend that didn't happen.
71 out of 90.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Yes. Yes. She may have mentioned earlier that she should be a doctor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
Well, I mean,
humble
how?
to say
But that's impossible. I mean, that's,
yeah.
how could that?
Yeah.
No.
Women,
Yeah.
it's doctor.
A nurse,
Yes.
of course. But
Preposterous.
Yes.
how with the Royal Society? There'll be scandal.
All right, Mr. Potch, you get the 1 hit point back that you lost, blooding your way over here, and so you get that one back, and you're stabilized, so you're not in immediate danger of losing more hit points or more blooding.
Thank you. No more blooding. I appreciate that, Minnie. Thank you, Minnie. I tried, but they're
There. It's okay.
Are we going back for more?
And speaking of going back,
Oh, yes,
we
we've got
return
to
to
go
the
back to-
ship,
Oh, here we go.
and Archie, who is climbing up the
Climbing the rigging.
climbing up the rigging,
Wow, he's climbing the
up
rig.
the mainsail.
He's very motivated to climb. That's great.
Okay, make a climb roll.
Yeah, you made it. Almost, but not quite a hard success.
Okay. All right. You climb up. You make it not quite as good as you made it look, jumping off the dock, but you start climbing up. Where are you heading?
To a vantage point like a crow's nest, probably a crow's nest, because
Okay.
he's seen a galleon, a picture of a galleon, and he thinks there's going to be a crow's nest up there. He's not really.
There
I
is-
mean, he's not
there-
really.
there
looking,
is. Yep.
Because that means looking up or looking down, and that'd be bad. He's just looking right in front of him, climbing quickly.
Okay. You hear the sound of 2 people climbing after you.
Yeah, he's still
Yep.
doing that.
Okay. Make that one person climbing after you. One person is trying to, but not doing at all well. Yes. But Jimbo Hawks apparently is a pretty skilled fellow. So he's coming after you. But you
I
make
climb
your way
past
to
it.
the crow's nest.
Am
now
I
what?
there?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna pull myself in,
Okay.
and
And,
first of all,
and from the small sailboat, you can see somebody get up on top of the crow's nest, and somebody coming up behind them.
I'm gonna lean over and say, "Jimbo, I don't want to shoot you. You got to stop climbing. Be reasonable. Sorry, I don't want to shoot you."
He says the somniator will feed it your soul,
Wow.
and continues to climb.
Okay, I'm gonna have to shoot him.
That seems
Sorry, Jimbo. Sorry.
excessive.
Crazy person. Crazy person.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot him.
Okay. Fire away.
I'm no atheist, but I would debate this soul concept that they're operating with here.
I think with my last bullet, before I have to reload, I hit him.
Okay.
A regular
Roll some
success.
damage. Regular success. Okay. Roll damage.
Pleasure. That'd be 13.
Ouch.
That's gonna hurt.
Okay, well, I don't have to make a Constitution roll for him because that's all the hit points he has. He goes plummeting to the deck, lands with a thud.
Sorry, Jimbo. Sorry.
The others gather around the casket and ignore you, and they begin.
Costume. That's good.
Yeah. They're looking down at. They're gathered around this casket. The glass is shattered. It's kind of hard to see what's in there.
What is down there? You lot, what are you doing?
All right. They very gently pull the corpse out from the casket, which sits up. Please make a sanity roll. Please make a sanity roll, Archie.
Yeah, I'm good. I got this. It's fine.
Just that.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
It's fine.
All right, you make that? All right.
Thin person. Just go on.
Okay. And then the corpse opens its eyes.
Oh boy.
It's not really dead though. It can't be because he's moving around. What? He can't really be dead. No. No.
Yeah. It's sitting there. It opens its eyes. It looks around. It closes its eyes. It looks around. Opens its eyes again. Closes them again, and begins to blink.
What are you lot doing down there? The captain told you to stop. You gonna stop, eh? Or I'm gonna have to shoot you, and I'll be sorry. A little bit.
The three of them who are leaning over stand up and they turn to face you, and they one of them crosses their arms, the other one puts his hands on his hips, and they stand between you and the corpse.
I'm gonna have to shoot. I'm gonna have to reload and shoot one of them. I don't want to, but I'm sorry, but they're not being very reasonable.
So sorry. I have to shoot you now.
I'm reloading, shaking hands, reloading the barrel.
Okay.
With my last, let me see how many bullets I have left. With my last 4 bullets.
And let's see. George is down. Edgar went off the side. So that's okay. And that's just the 3 of them. Okay. So they're just standing there in defiance of your orders. Meanwhile, the sailing dinghy is only about 100 yards away from the galleon at this point.
Okay. Is there a way I can make it go faster? Can I try again?
Sure.
Okay.
Make a sailing roll.
100 yards away, so can we see that it's Archie up there on the rigging?
Yeah, you're close. Yeah, you're close enough to tell that it's Archie.
Archie! What the devil are you doing up there, man?
They've all gone mad. Doc, they're all mad. And there's an old guy. And I don't know. Where is Potts?
We've got him here. He's fine.
Good job. Are you coming aboard? Where's the
Hi,
captain?
Archie. Hey, you should get off of there. That dead body's moving around.
What do you mean
It's
dead
not
body?
dead.
The dead body
Dear, he has
can't
a
move.
fever.
They carried a guy in a
Okay.
casket, and then the guy in the casket started moving around.
And
Made a hard
during
success.
during this conversation, you see Archie. You see behind the three people who are staring up at you. You see water beginning to spread out from behind them.
Oh no!
Oh, the deck is flooding now. I think the ship is gonna sink.
No, not again.
I made a hard
counts, Archie.
success.
I think I'm gonna have to shoot one of them.
I think you should have
Is that
been a chip, Archie.
How?
Captain, you made a hard success.
Yes.
All right, roll a d6.
D6.
Jump.
4.
I don't think I can.
Or mark off 4 magic points.
Okay.
The dinghy speeds up. It's a good thing everybody is either sitting or holding on to something, because it bucks suddenly and moves through the sluggish water, plowing and sending up spray all around, spattering green viscous fluid that's running down everyone in the sailboat.
Captain, what do you want us to do there?
I'm gonna. Well, let's see. I'll take aim at people on the deck and see.
Okay. Well, you're down low, and this is a galleon, so you can't see any of the people on the deck. The only person you can see is Archie up in the crow's nest.
I see.
Yep.
Is there any like rigging hanging over the edge, or they pulled it in?
Oh yeah, no. There's the same rigging that Private Taylor climbed before, and yeah, you're heading right toward it.
Okay. Mr. Potts, I'm going on board to assist Mr. Taylor.
Right. Yeah. In fact,
I'm
you're
going
coming.
with you, Captain.
You're closing. 20 yards, 15, 10.
I'll secure
5.
the line. I'll secure the line, Captain.
All right. You're almost there, Archie. What are you doing?
I'm gonna make sure that nobody is threatening them, but Archie's not gonna shoot at anybody who's not threatening him. He just hasn't figured that out yet. So, no.
Okay.
He's gonna basically just make sure no one menaces the people trying to board the ship.
Okay. So you've reloaded and you're waiting.
Yep.
Okay. And you're watching the 3 people on deck.
Intently.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna grab a line and jump aboard.
Okay. The water flowing across the deck fades into mist. So on the dinghy, seawater comes cascading over the side, and then as it's falling down toward you, it scatters into mist.
Whoa. So we can't see the surface of the whatever we're on.
It's harder to see up above, but you can still climb the rigging because it's right in front of you.
Okay. I'm gonna try and climb with my spear if I have to. I'll just shove it into the back of my jacket.
I'll
Okay,
be right
you'll
after
have
him
to.
with the oar and my pistols holstered.
Okay. Minnie, what about you? Jean kind of shrugs her shoulders.
I'm gonna try and grab something to keep our boat close.
Okay.
See if I can
Yeah.
tie something off.
Okay.
And have a knife handy to cut it free.
You had rope handy earlier for getting Mr. Potts, so yeah, you can lash the sailboat or the dinghy to the galleon.
I'm assisting with getting the on the galleon side. I'm assisting with securing the 2 boats together.
Okay. All right, and the 2 of you are climbing the rigging.
Yep.
Okay. Give us climb rolls, please. The 2 people who are climbing up.
Okay. Where is it? Here it is.
I rolled a 33, which I don't believe succeeds.
I got a
Okay.
46 out of 50.
All right. So the captain's climbing up. Dr. Line, you're struggling a little bit.
Blast it.
Yeah, I mean, you do have this sort of oily green stuff running off of you from the spray of the dinghy. It's making it tough to get a good grip with your feet. And yeah, you're struggling a little bit to climb up, but the captain is making his way up. Archie, from the crow's nest, the 3 of them, like I said, were standing kind of between you and the corpse, animated corpse person in the casket, really old man.
Elderly gentleman.
Elderly gentleman. You see one of them look back over their shoulder, and then look directly at you, and then fall backward. Like purposely, like let themselves tumble backward.
Oh, okay.
And they tumble backward, and you lose sight of them behind the other two, which isn't really possible from the direct angle you're looking at. Like, you should see them when they hit the deck, or when they land on the old man.
I should climb down. I'm going to climb down.
Okay, you start climbing down?
I got to climb down. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. You start making your way down. The captain is making his way up. Dr. Lion, give us another climb roll, please. Potts and Minnie, are you still both staying down below?
Once the boat's secure, I'm gonna go up and support the captain.
Okay.
Are we taking?
To make it.
Are we taking their ship, or just holding down the fort for you guys to come back to the little boat?
Well, I think we're up for a bit of piracy, lasses. Huh?
Right now, we want to safeguard Mr. Pot or Mr. Taylor. Please stand by, Miss Follett.
Okay. So I'm just holding position then for the moment.
Okay. All right. So, Captain, you come up over the railing as Archie gets to the bottom of the sail.
Captain, am I glad to see you?
And
what the blazes is going on here?
As you anyway, as you get there, as both of you get there, there is only one person standing on the deck still of the previous group, and it's the woman dressed as a civilian, and she looks at the two of you.
Do we recognize her?
No.
Okay.
Never ever seen her.
By civilian, you mean wearing what?
Not a uniform.
She's wearing slacks and a white blouse. Well, it was white at one time. It's pretty grimy at this point. And some good solid riding boots. Blonde hair, which is all in a mess. And she looks at the two of you and goes like this, and then falls backward.
What the devil?
And you would think that she would land on the deck, but in fact she falls through the deck because there is an outline on the deck in the shape of the old man. And she just falls right through it.
I would like to kind of hustle over and see where she's gone.
Yeah,
she's falling through the deck.
I'm gonna move over there as well.
So there's no one left on the decks?
No.
Well, this is the easiest marine assault I've ever been part of.
All right, so the two of you go over, and you look into you go over to look at the at this shape on the deck, and it stands up.
I'm pulling my spear out.
And you look not at you look at the shape of a person, but through them into infinite distance.
Like a void.
Each of you make a sanity roll.
Oh,
you see through galaxies and stars and worlds careen by.
My God, it's full of stars.
Do I have to when I'm coming up as well, or?
You and Dr. Lion haven't gotten there yet.
Fantastic. That's good news.
Yeah, I did not make that roll. I am lost in space.
But so it's sort of concealed by the captain and Taylor there. Whatever figure, there's still a figure there, but it's all colored oddly from what I can see.
I'm one over.
One over. Okay. Right. That is 32 points of sanity loss, Captain. As you look through into another time and place in the far distant stars.
I start screaming.
Okay. Mr. Taylor, Private Taylor, did you make that?
No, he also failed.
Okay. That is 25 points of sanity loss for you.
I start clawing at my face.
Oh, wow.
Hey, keeper.
Yes.
Hey, you remember that part where I said I was going to climb up and support the captain? Remember when I said that part, right?
Yes. Yes.
My arms aren't moving. I don't know what happened. They're just not moving.
Yeah.
They just stopped
The
moving.
screams that they're making are not like anything anyone has
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
heard.
There's
From a
screams
human
of horror.
throat.
I'm telling my arms and my legs to move, but they're not doing it.
Archie just sinks to his knees, mouth open, kind of silently
Yeah,
screaming.
and that's
Pistol
about the
just drops
time
there.
that Potts and Lion clear the deck.
Oh, no. When the screaming starts, that's when the legs and the arms stop moving.
That's when you stop moving. You just cling. You
The
cling to the side.
screaming arrests all physical motion.
Okay, very well, Doctor.
Oh no, I'm boarding this ship.
Okay.
And if my my compatriots are fallen in battle, I will support them. Let us be valorous here. And he leaps to the deck, pistol in one hand, or in the other.
And you were greeted by this person-shaped visage that peers into time and space. and you hear from this void a voice that seems to come from infinitely far away, and it says, "Oh, I see. Oh, the unspeakable things. Oh,
There it is.
the unspeakable things." Make a sanity roll, Dr. Lion.
Hopefully you do better than us.
Okay, I made it. 21
Okay,
under
you made it.
56.
All right, that's only a D10 then for you.
Only.
Yeah,
As opposed to a what? A D. What did you roll?
D50. Yeah.
Ah.
Wow. Okay, 4 points.
Oh. What? Shit. Yeah. All right. You are not showing me anything I haven't seen before. Ugh, what is the things beyond the bad? I just attack. Just
The stars.
revert
The
to
stars.
a savage.
Look at the
Okay.
stars.
What do you do? He's walking slowly toward the captain and Private Taylor.
I'm just going to run at him and like try and knock him right off the ship with the cricket bat slash oar.
Okay. All right. You've hauled that up.
Do you see it, Taylor? Look at the stars.
All right. You get to him just as he gets to. Let's see. Between Archie and Captain Sylvester, who has the lowest luck?
I have a 95.
Okay. It's probably going to be Archie then. Yeah.
Yeah, my luck is like 60, so yeah.
Okay. He grabs a hold of you. And make a power roll, Archie.
Yeah, no. Just
No.
over 57 out of 55.
Okay. He
Godspeed,
drains,
Mr.
he
Taylor,
drains
Godspeed.
10 magic points from you. Yeah, your body begins to shrink and wither.
What do we hear? What's the sound?
What do they hear, Archie?
kind of stifled scream.
Minnie, my legs won't move.
Safe travels, Mr. Taylor. Safe travels.
Mr. Potts, do you know how to sail?
Yeah, I can sail. I know how to do that.
I look at Jean for a moment, but I don't wait for her to nod approval, and I say, "Come on back down, Potts."
That's an order, and I drop into the boat.
Okay.
All right. I pull out my butcher's knife, and I'm gonna go right at those lashings that I just made that attach just to this other ship here.
Okay. And all right, you go at them. Dr. Lion, are you going at this form?
Yes, I'm going to attempt to knock the form off the side of the ship.
Okay, give us a
swing.
cricket roll, please.
A cricket roll, indeed.
Do I see Dr. Lion trying to attack the figure?
Yes.
All right.
What are you doing, man?
That's a 95, but I'm going to use my re-roll since one left.
Marcus, thanks.
Thank you to Mr. Marcus. And a 39 succeeds with the cricket bat under 54.
Okay. You crack it. It does not send it off of the side, but what it does is the impact, rocks it, and it and the image of the interdimensional nature of it changes back to this withered ancient man who staggers over and then opens his eyes, and he says, no, now we are there.
Completely
I try to stop
another
in rage and
okay. You
I
take
try to
another
stop
swing
the
at him.
major.
that's going to be 11 points of damage, by the way.
Okay.
I'm going to try and
All right.
stop the major. I just interpose myself.
All right. Make an unarmed combat roll, Captain, and Dr. Lion, make another cricket roll. We'll see who does the better of those two things.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. A 16.
Oh, no, 95. 95.
Okay.
I trip.
Yeah. Well, you start to get up. Things are.
No, he's just gone. He's gone. Like, sees red. Like, the only reason he wasn't able to, like, glimpse and everything is because his vision just went whomp.
Have you lost your mind, Major? Stop!
Lizard
Yeah,
brain
so
only.
you crack it and bash the side of its head in. He crumples to the ground, and he's laying there, like only one eye works. It's wide open, and he's like, now you are there. And his eye closes, and when it does, the sea closes in around everyone. And you are suddenly engulfed in the frigid, cold waters of the Irish Sea.
We're saved! We're saved!
Well, considering you're underwater, you're not saved at the moment. However, the people in the sailboat bob immediately on the surface of the frigid Irish Sea. But Archie, Captain, and Dr. Lion are underwater. Give us a swim roll, the three of you.
I do have a hold of an oar, which maybe has some flotation.
Sure. I'll give you a bonus die for that.
Die for the swim, perhaps? Yeah.
Sure.
Barely.
Oh, well done. 14 out of a 26. I succeed.
No.
All right. Fail. Okay.
I'm not trying very hard.
All right. Captain, make a Constitution roll.
Okay. Good thing I have a good constitution.
All right. Private Taylor, how about you?
I made it 35 out of 40.
All right. You
So
are
pretty.
swimming to the surface.
I got
Alright.
a hard success. Con.
A hard success. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'll need one more swim roll from the three of you.
Yes, I made it this time.
Okay. Okay.
That is an ought one for me. So yes.
Okay. All right. You break the surface. The captain breaks the surface. Archie, not so much. Make a Constitution roll, Archie.
Made it.
For the captain and rope.
Okay.
Colder
Alright,
than
you're
the
not-
devil's balls.
You're not yet sucking in water. Another swim roll will be needed to get to the surface.
Yeah, that's like 90. Can I push?
To make a swim roll?
Because yeah,
Do you not have a reroll left?
I have never used one, so maybe I could use a reroll.
You might have one. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Darn.
It doesn't help. I'm gonna push. Desperately kicking.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Okay.
try and
That's
All
what
right.
we want.
If you don't make it, you're gonna start taking drowning damage.
He doesn't make it. This is too much.
Wow. I'm gonna try
No.
and help him if I can.
Didn't make it? Okay. 2 points of damage. As you begin inhaling water.
What do we see there from the top?
Well, you from the boat, you see the captain and Dr. Lion break the surface.
Wait, we're in a boat. We're in the boat. We got.
Oh
to
yeah,
bring-
we're in the boat.
You're in the boat, yeah,
We-
on the
we get-
surface.
Okay, and so we're on the Irish Sea in the weird extra-dimensional sailboat.
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, and then we've got people coming up. I'm gonna
Yes.
start pulling them
Yeah.
into the boat.
And you hear the sound of explosions.
Where are those coming from?
Oh,
Nearby. You look around in the direction of them, and
Yeah.
you see a surfaced U-boat, and you see one of them. You see someone standing on top of the U-boat, and they pull the pin on a hand grenade and they throw it at one of the lifeboats
Oh, those bastards.
from the Landovery Castle.
Right.
If I see the
We gotta
boat, I
get the-
will make my way towards it.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to get these guys in the boat.
All right, Captain, do you go back after Archie?
If I don't see him, do I have an idea
doesn't-
where he is?
He doesn't break the surface. Not really.
How far's the boat?
About 15 feet away.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the boat and say, "Where's Archie? Where's
You're
Archie?
heading toward the boat.
Help!"
All right. Archie, make another swim roll.
Captain, the
No.
Germans. The Germans.
Oh, Huns.
All right.
Get in
You're
the
sucking
boat.
on more water. 3 more
Damn it all.
points.
Gotta go, Captain.
Archie,
Gotta go.
Archie.
It's times with Davy Jones' locker, I'm afraid.
Right. You guys help the captain and Dr. Lion aboard. Archie,
We must
Give me a.
Where's
swim roll, please.
Hey.
where's the
All right.
man?
All right,
No. Once more, he fails.
Matt.
Destiny is approaching.
Matt, I'll
Okay.
grab a torch when the captain says to go get Archie, and I'll grab a torch and I'll grab a line and I'll just dive in, and hopefully, as long as the light lasts, I'll look for him. But
Okay. It lasts a solid 2 seconds.
all right, I mean, hey, 2 seconds is enough to get a look, you know.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you want me to roll spot hidden?
Yeah, make a spot hidden.
Rolled an aught 3 there, Matt.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Well, in those 2 seconds, you happen to point the flashlight right at him.
I swim like hell's behind me because I'm
All right,
pretty
make
sure.
a swim roll.
No, that's I think I got the last reroll here coming.
You want to save that for the Germans?
Yeah, so I'm gonna not saving it for the Germans. It's for Archie there. I rolled it and I made it. I made a hard swim,
Okay. All right.
and so I swim down to him.
All right. You swim down to him, and with a hard success, you're able to put an arm around him and help him to the surface. And the two of you break surface about 20 feet away from the sailboat.
Got a rope on him. Let's haul him in.
Let's see. Nurse Minnie, please make a sanity roll for me. You see the hand grenade land inside the boat and explode.
It's one of the other boats, right?
Yes, it's one of the other lifeboats from the Landover Castle.
95
you
out
see,
of 46.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not good.
See some parts.
Yes.
flying.
Yeah, you see parts flying, bits of boat but breaks in half and immediately begins going down.
Give that a little
Wow,
scream.
Okay, only 1 point of sanity loss.
Oh.
Let me give a
That's
roll
dark.
for Jean here. All right, Jean holds it together. She's tough.
Yeah, she's been a champ.
All right, we're hauling
Yes.
Potts and Taylor in.
Okay, you haul them in. You hear
Wow.
the U-boat engines crank up, and the crewmen on top of it climb into the conning tower, and the top closes as the U-boat heads away and sinks underwater. There's some flaming wreckage a distance from you there. And you're able to sail over and save
Damn
about
those
six other people who are in the water there, and everyone barely piles into the dinghy, which is dangerously close to being swamped. Fortunately, it's a beautiful night with calm seas. And you drift out on the sea, and you drift for a day, and then you drift again for half a day. At which point, you spot a British warship.
We shoot off a flare.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
All right.
He's like the smartest
I got
one
you.
here.
The flare finally gets used, and the boat comes to. It is the HM destroyer Lysander, and they bring you aboard, and you were saved.
Oh, what an ordeal.
Wow.
Whew. And I don't know what that whole thing with the old man was about, but yeah, we took on a lot of seawater, I think. All a bad dream, eh?
The Man of Stars. Yes, of course.
The man of. Anyways, wow, good to be back on solid steel.
forever.
Anyway, are you
I saw
all
forever.
Are you all very well?
I saw forever. I
Yes.
saw forever.
I don't think we're all very well.
Yes, Mr. Taylor.
I saw forever.
Yes. He was beautiful.
Yes. Forever
Well,
and
listen,
ever
we've been through some
and ever.
terrible trauma. Yes, an attack. Our entire ship destroyed, so many lost. Terrible things happen in war at sea. I think we all need a nice rest in the good and green country, eh?
Under the
And not-
stars.
And with
Can it not be
that,
France?
and with that, we reach the end of the unspeakable things.
Yeah, well done, everyone. Wow, we all survived. I thought Archie was done.
Somewhat.
Yeah, we do.
What terrible insights do the captain and Archie have that are going to color their lives?
Yes. Well, they are now both aware of a place known as the Tower of Koth, which from time to time they see in their dreams.
Ooh.
A tower in a city inhabited by four-armed beings whose faces open in jagged mouths.
I take up painting and start painting portraits of these things that I remember, or that I see in my dreams.
Okay.
Try and sell them.
Probably
try and-
ends up on the front. Go ahead.
And try and sell them to art galleries.
And sell them to art galleries.
Or attempt to.
Okay. Here's one of them.
God damn.
Just lost a D6
thanks,
sanity.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I think that if we're wrapping up with like sort of epilogues,
Yes.
I'd say that that Major Lion is given ensures that the men under his command receive commendations for their bravery in this attack, and the ladies as well, whatever we can do for them. Maybe not medals, but a certificate or something for the nurses, and continues to be obsessive about cricket. Like he can't not go to games every week. It becomes something of a mania for him, and he continues fighting for his country in the war.
All right. Archie, how about you?
Archie probably gets himself, or he does get himself transferred to the front with the Canadian troops. I guess by 1918, he's not doing very well. Probably has a big morphine habit. And one day, he's had enough, and he drowns in a shell hole while trying to stretcher out corpses that have been there for weeks.
All right.
Not uncommon fate in the Great War.
Mr. Potts, how about you?
Potts quits the service and tries to become a nurse.
Okay. Speaking of nurses, Minnie, how about you? The next few years go for her.
Yeah, I was thinking that I've had enough of the sea, for sure. So, maybe Mr. Potts and I end up working at the same hospital there on the East Coast, trying to help some veterans when they come over.
Okay. And Jean will go with you. Private Pilot is of course discharged and spends the remaining days of his life in an asylum. And Captain, we'll end with you, the captain of the ill-fated Landovery Castle.
Well, he is actually deployed to go back to his command, and after a time, there are others that think that, word gets around that he's not really fit for duty, and he keeps talking about this tower that he saw and trying to talk to his men about it, and nobody really trusts him anymore, and eventually he gets quietly discharged, and then he goes out and works on his paintings.
Okay.
And lives in obscurity.
All right. Terrific. Well, thanks everybody.
Thank you. Excellent.
Thank you.
Point of interest. This adventure is based in part on the actual hospital ship, the Landover Castle, that was in fact torpedoed by the Germans and sunk on that date in 1918.
Wow.
It's one of the few war crimes that was actually prosecuted against the Germans. So the captain who sunk the Landorby Castle was in fact brought to charges, as were several of the members of the crew.
Wow.
And this is it's very interesting. And so World War One era war
Right.
crimes.
Right. Yeah. It makes for some interesting and pretty horrifying reading.
Yeah, grenades in the lifeboats. That's kind of
That's
over the top.
Yeah, they didn't want any witnesses.
That's barbaric.
But people survived. Some people survived.
Well, thanks, Matt, and thanks for the invite.
All right, thank you
Yeah.
everyone for playing. Here
Thanks,
are
everyone.
Shadow Stories two-parter for our first Call of Cthulhu game. Thank you for running, Matt, and thanks to all our players. If you do have anything you want to pitch or mention, feel free to now, and we'll wrap up. Anything from anybody?
Sure. I think on Tuesday or next week. Wow, I got to get out of doing the accent now. Next week, I think the Kickstarter for Thirsty Sword Lesbians is going to start.
Nice.
That is a game about sword fighting and kissing, powered by the apocalypse. And I'm
Wow.
going to be
Exciting.
writing a scenario and a playbook for it.
That's great. Do we? Okay, so just check that out on Kickstarter, Ed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're in San Francisco, make sure to swing by Divisadero Street to go to Gamescape and pick up any imaginable game, but definitely Call of Cthulhu 7th edition and all sorts of things.
Good deal.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you, everyone, and
Great
we
to
will
see you all.
see you all soon on Midway Tabletop, I hope.
Thanks all.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Thank you, Matt. It was brilliant. That was just brilliant.
Thank
you.
you all. Good time.
Good night.
All right, so that's the end of this particular adventure into the weird tales and strange unknown. I feel like we went to the Dreamlands as this one. So that's Call of Cthulhu. The Unspeakable Things. Wrap that one up. And if you want to tune in to more very fun and interesting different types of games, you'll find it here on Midway Tabletop. I'm Marty Kaplan. I'm your executive producer here, and we will see you soon on Wednesday this upcoming week for the Eternium Road Season 2 D&D 5e. We'll see you then. Cheers and goodbye.